like lion, keeping Biafra safe from Zion. Oh, Mama Biafra, your children they cry. Finland free our prime minister. We no go lie. Our enemy they try to annihilate. Free am now before it's too late. Freedom no be small something. Now waiting we dey demand without fronting. Biafra land we want am strong. We Simon that bar we go march along. From the east to the west we dey shout. Mama Biafra, yeah, I'll call no doubt. Enemies close, but we stand up tall. Together we rise, we no go follow. Oh, Mama Biafra, your children they cry. Finland free our prime minister. We no go lie. Our enemy they try to annihilate. Free am now before it's too late. In unity we go dey strive. Fight for freedom, we go alive. With courage and strength we dey fight. Mama Biafra, our guiding light. Oh, Mama Biafra, your children they cry. Finland free our prime minister. We no go lie. Our enemy they try to annihilate. Free am now before it's too late. Freedom no be small something. Now waiting we dey demand without fronting. Biafra land we want them strong. With Simon Ekpa we go march along. From the east to the west we dey shout. Mama Biafra, yeah, oh, I call no doubt. Enemies close but we stand tall. Together we rise, we no go fall.
Instigate all so long. Jaja maka Biafra. We don't put our rangi on into the Simon Efa.
Witness me, I want to remain in the spirit because we must worship heaven. We answer your name, O Lord of hosts. Everything about us is designed to offer glory unto thee. We have atoned for our sins last year. This very year we have not only atoned for our sins, we have sealed, we have shed blood, they have shed our blood. We have let our sacrifice be made unto thee. Even on the 30th of August, as we are being felled by the bullets of the enemy, by the workers of iniquity and of darkness, we remain very strong today to beckon upon thee, to ask you for your mercy and for your grace, to ensure that your kingdom is restored upon the face of the earth, that you can bring your healing hand to bear upon the life of those of them that you created for one singular purpose, and that purpose alone, which is to worship you in truth and in every honesty. Is there any way that we have erred? Is there any way that our ancestors may have sinned? We confess before a congregation of the whole of humanity to ask you, oh Lord of hosts, to have mercy on us. You must have mercy upon us. We have suffered enough. We have been subjugated enough. We have been tortured enough. We have been imprisoned enough. We did not do these people anything. Our only crime is to answer your name. Our only crime is to be born your children. Our only crime is to excel at everything that we place our hands into. Our only crime is to exhibit your glory and your blessing, which manifestedly is upon our lives every blessed day. That is why they want to kill us. That is why the British want to join those of them who don't know you to destroy your creation and your inheritance. You will not allow shame to befall your name. You will not allow the enemies to triumph over the lives of your children, because you created us to exist, to worship, to honor, and to praise you. That is exactly what we are going to do when this Biafra comes. It will come in truth and in every honesty, because we remain every blessed day whiter than white and whiter than snow. Is there any way that we have sinned that you cannot forgive us our trespasses, to enable us to fulfill your own word, which was spoken thousands of years ago, that instead of what you promised not to come to pass, that heaven and earth will cease to exist? You opened your mouth to bless mankind to the coming of Yahweh Yeshua, who came here and said, let your kingdom come on earth as it is in heaven. Those words can never be in vain, because they are anchored upon your holiness and your magnificence. That is why in the end we know that Biafra will come, that these children that we have given birth to all over the world, and their children, and their children, and their children, as long as they give birth to them and they are Biafrans, they will worship you in truth and honesty. Through this very work we are doing, mankind will come to understand you. Let your miracle be wrought in our lives. Let us witness and behold your magnificence, your holiness, your mystery, and your grace. Under our command, O Lord of hosts, we call upon you. We call upon you to heal. We call upon you to provide succor to those of them who are inconsolable. We ask you to come and strengthen those who are weak. We ask you to restore hope where there is hopelessness. We ask you for inclusion where there is destitution. We ask you for one brotherhood, one camaraderie, one bone, one blood, and one flesh of your children. The Efiks and the Bibios, the Izon, the Shekiri, the Isobos, and also those of them from Isoto. We are traveling all the way to the lands of Igala. We are moving on from there to Idoma, to Igede, to the territories of the Igbo land. All these places we dedicate unto thee. All these lands of yours, we ask you to cover it with your mercy, because Biafra will come, and when it does, we will dance on the streets. I'm telling you, by the time that we are done, humanity will think that we are mad, we are drunk in your glory, and rightfully so, because your kingdom will come to rest upon this very earth. That very kingdom is the unadulterated, non-negotiable sovereignty of the Republic of Biafra, that your will may be fulfilled in our time. All this we pray, all this we ask for, in no other name apart from that name that belongs to you. He said,
unless you understand your role in society, you can never ever make any meaningful contribution. According to the Greeks, there are three types of people on this earth: the idiots, the tribesmen, and the citizens. People don't know the meaning of the word idiot. They think it's an insult. It's not an insult. When the Greeks used the word idiots, they did not use it as a curse word. Idiots are people who just do not care. That is the original meaning of the word. If they write exams, they will cheat. If they are in government, they will steal. An idiot does not care at all. If he eats banana, he throws the peel anywhere instead of putting it in a trash can. According to the Greeks, some societies have more idiots than tribesmen and citizens. As I used to say before, Nigeria is full of idiots. Idiots.
I want to let the world understand what the so-called founding fathers of the Zoological Republic actually said about Nigeria. Since 1914, the British government has been trying to make Nigeria into one country, but the Nigerian people themselves are historically different in their backgrounds, in their religious beliefs and customs. They do not show themselves any sign of willingness to unite. Nigerian unity is only a British invention. Alhaji Sir Abubakar Tafawa Balewa, 1948, a founding father of Nigeria. The second one, Nigeria is not a nation. It is a mere geographical expression. There are no Nigerians in the same sense as there are English, Welsh, or French. The word Nigeria is a mere distinctive appellation to distinguish those who live within the boundaries of Nigeria and those who do not. Chief Obafemi Awolowo, 1947. Now, lastly, let me tell you what Nnamdi Azikiwe said in 1964 after the so-called independence of Nigeria. It is better for us and many admirers abroad that we should disintegrate in peace and not in pieces. Then, should the politicians fail to heed this warning, then I will venture the prediction that the experience of the Democratic Republic of Congo, which is Katanga, will be a chance play if ever it comes to our turn to play such a tragic role. These are the historical facts that nobody can deny. We have it in abundance. So, their three founding fathers have, none of them actually believed in one Nigeria. All their founding fathers. But tomorrow now, you see Guardian write the founding father. Our founding fathers will be disappointed. But your founding fathers never believed in one Nigeria. It is here now.
The Fulani approach to the zoo called Nigeria is called the devil's alternative. Fulani, they have this two-pronged approach to the issue of one Nigeria. If they collapse you through banditry, they will overrun you because they believe they have superior weaponry. Right now, and all of them are in this game together. That's number one. If you sue for peace, which idiots like Omahi are doing, if you sue for peace, they will also get what they're looking for because they will plant Ruga in every local government area. The devil's alternative, whichever option you choose, men are going to die. Men will die. It doesn't matter the option you choose. If you wait for them to do things peacefully, which they will never do, they are going to kill you anyway because they'll be Ruga. And you allow them to forcibly take over your land, you are taken over, they will take it by force. And Fulani will plant their people in your local government areas. That in the next 100 years, you'll be hearing about Olo Emirate. And then we'll be like Hausa people. Our grandchildren will now ask their parents, what happened? They will say, oh no, there was somebody called Hope Uzodinma. He was playing politics. He loved Nigeria. There was one called Umahi. He loves Fulani. He used to be our brother. But then we are gone. As a race, we are finished. And I said to these fools, Fulani Caliphate is dealing with you people, but you don't know it. They are like the vulture. Nigeria is pregnant. If Nigeria dies during the pregnancy, they benefit. Nigeria gives birth to their Ruga, which they want, a new Nigeria, which they want, is also to their benefit. The only people aiding and abetting them are these quislings, the fulefus from the East, intellectuals, and sophisticated morons from the West.
Is a question. Why is it that the Europeans are afraid of other countries within Africa, may follow up the breakup of Nigeria, and they would want to break up and form their own country? I want you people to ask yourself, why are they thinking like this? Because I have come across a lot of arguments where somebody will say, okay, they want to maintain Nigeria so that, because they are afraid. According to them, during the 1967-1970 Biafra, the issue was that if Biafra, succeeded in breaking away from Nigeria, other African countries will want to follow suit. Now, I ask again, why are they afraid of that? My people, it is not about natural resources. Some people say they are afraid to lose natural resources. It is not afraid to lose natural resources. No. Of course, business is part of it. Business is part of it, which natural resources is also one of the factors. But this is not the issue. The issue here is not about the natural resources. Because anyhow, they are still going to have access to these natural resources. Somehow, they are going to have access to it. But it is not about natural resources. Well, so when natural resources is one compelling factor, but we should go beyond natural resources. It is time we begin to think beyond natural resources. It is not about natural resources. They are afraid of the economic power that will come from Africa when Africa divide along tribal line. Because you see, they know, they are afraid for you to know what they know. So it is not about natural resources. If you are thinking that it is because of natural resources, my brother, somehow you are right, but you are not right completely. You are getting the main point very wrong. The point here is that they are afraid of you adopting the system that made them what they are today. And what is that system? Dividing your country along tribal line. And that is what we want to do. That is, we are not the one bringing violence to Nigeria state. Rather, Nigeria aggression must be responded with aggression. That aggression is self-defense.
State administrators, those that feel they do not want to follow the path of Obatopie, we also welcome them to quietly and peacefully leave the United States of Biafra. Biafra promotes freedom of association. You are free to go with whomever you want to be with. That is a basic right. We are not going to take it away from you. You are free to associate yourself with whom you want to. But what we are not going to allow is being able to disrupt what we are doing. Being able to use the platforms established by Obatopie to promote your chaos and your divisive nature. Allowing you to use the plans, the maps, the regions that Obatopie has set up to continue to disorganize, disinform our people. We are not going to allow you to do that. But as long as you following whoever calls you on the phone privately, it is okay to go with those individuals. And Biafrans, we truly support you to do that. That is called freedom of association, which United States of Biafra guarantees. There are charters that we signed during our declaration in Finland. And one of that is the basic human right of individuals to associate with whomever they want to. But you cannot do that under the United States of Biafra. There is only one United States of Biafra. Under one command, His Excellency the Prime Minister, Simon Ekpa, represented by my humble self, Dr. Orabueze. Anything outside this, we wish you luck, but please leave any platform that either myself or Obatobia has established. You can inquire from whoever you want to be with. They have their own platform. They have where they are doing their own little shenanigans. You can join them there. We wish you luck, but do not be in the platform established by the United States of Biafra and be causing your havoc. On that note, I thank all.
Welcome, welcome, welcome. Thank you so much for joining us on today's program, wherever you are joining from. I appreciate you and I welcome you as you join us on today's program. May Chukwu Okike Abiama continue to guide and protect everyone that has connected so far. If you are connecting us from TikTok or you are joining us from YouTube, where I'm hosting the program on David Harbour channel, I welcome you and I appreciate you for being part of the program. Please like and share. Like and share the program. Share to family and friends. Share to everyone that is close to you. Very, very important that you share so that we can be able to reach out to as many people as possible. You know that in our program, the social media network is not friendly with us and they do not promote our program, neither do they send notifications. So it is you that will help us to make sure that the notification goes far. You can notify the people on your group, notify your friends and family members by sharing the program with them. Do so, and Chukwu Okike Abiama will bless you as you do. For those who are joining us for the very first time, or those who are going to come across this video for the very first time, I want you all to know that this platform where you are watching this program is a platform that stands under the United States of Biafra. The United States of Biafra under the command of our Prime Minister, Mazi Simon Ekpa, and on the Supreme Command of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Today, under the leadership of Dr. DPMDrNgoziOrabueze, the Deputy Prime Minister, Deciet, I welcome every one of you. In this very platform, we do not come here to instigate violence. We do not come here to preach hate. We don't come to this platform to attack people. We don't come here to attack individuals. We do not come in this platform to push blackmail or propaganda. We do not come here to attack any race or religion. Regardless what will be your ideology, you are entitled to your opinion. I welcome everyone. What we do in this platform is to bring the plight of Biafrans before the whole world. To encourage Biafrans, wherever they may be, far and wide. To debunk the lies against our Deputy Prime Minister, Dr. NgoziOrabueze, our Prime Minister, Mazi Simon Ekpa, and our Supreme Leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. To debunk every lie against the Biafran people. That is what we do in this platform. To tell the true story, to bring our story to the world, and not allow someone else to tell our story. My fellow Biafrans that are watching, I appreciate every single one of you that has connected for being part of this program. I will not take much of your time, and we are going to do what we know how to do best. Remember, every morning program that we host here is an interactive section. It is a section where you can join us on our platform, regardless your own ideology or your opinion, regardless your religion or your race. As long as you're human, you are qualified to join us on this platform and air your opinion. The only thing we request from you is that when you are joining us on this platform, please make sure you appear in a decent manner. It is not wise that you appear putting on your singlet or appear naked. We will not allow you to come in. If you want to join us, you must appear in a decent manner. Secondly, when you appear on the platform, try as much as possible to keep your argument civil. Whatever you want to say, whatever contribution you want to make, do it in a very civil manner. Do it in a civil manner so that everyone can understand you and digest what you're saying. Whatever information you are passing here, whatever word you are saying, either in the comment section or live here with me, I bet you the whole world is watching. More especially the cabinet of Biafra is watching. There are members of the cabinet who are watching this program daily, monitoring what is going on. So whatever suggestion you make, whatever information you present here will be looked into. If it is something that must be implemented instantly, the implementation will be done. If there are things that need changes, changes will be made. So when you are coming up on this platform, make sure you have a superior argument. I'm not telling you to believe what I say nor to dance to my tone, but I'm telling you to come with a superior argument. We can learn from each other. Nobody knows it all. When you come up, the world is watching. They will be the one to judge. Either they see how smart you are or they see how foolish you have always been. I welcome everyone once again. Thank you for joining me on this platform. My fellow Biafrans that are connecting to this platform, today our program is going to be different. We are going to do something different, not like what we have been doing before. For the very first time, we are going to discuss the issue that has to do with the men on the ground in this platform. For the very first time. I've tried as much as possible to stay away from those propaganda and blackmail and distractions that is coming from the breakaway angle. I have tried as much as possible to focus on that which matters, our concern. But it has come to a time where we must address some certain issues because we know there are people, some of us Biafrans, that have a very light brain. Some of us who cannot digest information easily. Some of us who are easily deceived. That is why today I have chosen a topic which is going to deal mostly on what is happening in Biafra land, more especially about the men on the ground. Every one of us know that that is the area that Biafrans are very concerned about. Once you talk about the issue of men on the ground, the Biafrans are very emotional. People want to hear. People want to see. People want to contribute. That is why it has become necessary that we talk about that today. For the very first time in this platform, we will discuss about the men on the ground. That is why I chose the topic which says, finally busted, truth about the acclaimed general on the ground, the deceit, blackmail against the USB. All this while, there have been a lot of deceit, there has been a lot of blackmail, there have been a lot of propaganda against the United States of Biafra by some group of individuals who felt that they cannot be able to work under the government of Mazi Simon Ekpa. There are some group of individuals who have felt that they can no longer be loyal to the government of the United States of Biafra under the command of our Prime Minister Mazi Simon Ekpa, and today under the control of Deputy Prime Minister DPMDrNgoziOrabueze. The confusion about the structure is not there. The only people who are confused are those who are mischievous. Anybody that tells you that he or she, as a Biafran, is confused about the structure of the United States of Biafra and the order of the responsibilities is only being mischievous, is only being criminal-minded, And that is why some set of people have decided to paint themselves as the black angel, and they have been working against the government directly and indirectly. And they have been able to convince some ignorant people. So many Biafrans that are ignorant have been confused, and some of them unknowingly are fighting against their own freedom today. That is why it has become necessary that we talk about this very topic. It is a topic that we are not supposed to be discussing about. It is a topic that we're not supposed to be paying attention to, but it has become necessary for the very first time that we have to talk about it because of the damages the propaganda and the blackmail is causing. Wherever you are watching this program, I have said it time and time again in this platform that everybody should focus his or eyes on the rising sun. While focusing your eyes on the rising sun, make sure that your aim and objective in this restoration of Biafra is to build a strong institution. We must always focus our mind on building a strong institution, not strong men and women. We must learn to build strong institutions that can fight for us, stand for us, and represent us at any time, regardless who is there, whether a man, a woman, a child, old, young, rich, poor. If we can succeed in building a strong institution, I can bet you that our problem is half solved. The zoological republic you have today, why zoological republic is irredeemable, why zoological republic will continue to nosedive is because the zoo does not have an institution, not even one, and cannot build an institution. The zoo does not have any institution working. None. They are all there in names. And that is why the zoo can never, ever survive or grow. Nigeria has no institution standing. What you have in Nigeria today are strong men and strong women, powerful men and powerful women, who can come and dictate, tyrants who can come and dictate and tell you this is how it is, this is how it is. And these powerful men were built by the citizens themselves. It is Nigerians themselves that build these strong men, and these strong men has become so powerful that they can dictate for the citizens what they will do. And they had no choice than to follow them. We do not want to have that kind of nation in Biafra. In Nigeria today, you can count strong men in every region, in the north, in the southwest, in the southeast. Everywhere part of Nigeria, you can see strong men. That is what you have in Nigeria. But institution, there is no single institution in Nigeria. And that is why you can never, there is no way Nigeria will succeed or move forward. They focus attention on building strong men and strong women. They are citizens. The citizens are the ones building these strong men. You saw how they raised the late Muhammad Buhari. The criminal, late Muhammad Buhari, they built him and told you that this man is Mr. Integrity. That this man is so clean and so pure and so disciplined. The people, the Zoological Republic citizens came together, the Nigerian citizens came together and built Muhammad Buhari to be a strong figure. And you can see how it ended. It is not only that he's not qualified. It is not only that he didn't go to school. It is not only that he doesn't know his left and right. He is a criminal. A criminal that have continued to steal and steal and steal. And when he steals, he will come to their face and tell them he has stolen. Somebody who served as the president. Before he came, he tell you he has only 50 cow, whatever. And that 50 cow is what he has had all his life up to this date. And the recent one today, he said that he is surviving through the rent he's getting from his house. This is somebody who has served as a president and is receiving pension, receiving benefits that he has as a president. Double, plus the money he has stolen. Some that have been recovered in his homes. But he shamelessly came out and told you that he is feeding himself through the money he's getting from his rent. Look at Obasanjo, another strong man in the Southwest. The people built him and raised him as untouchable. They give him different kinds of title and different kinds of men. And today, you look at him, after stealing right, left, and center, somebody who could barely feed himself before he went to prison and came out. When he came out empty. Today, he's one of the richest men in Africa. Strong man. Look at the one they have in the Southeast. You have so many of them there also. Look at Ojuzo Okalo, Rocha Sokorocha, Ato Eze, Ike Madu. Every one of them, all those politicians, that is how they build them. And it is the people that build, instead of building an institution, they build individual. And when they grow and grow, they become so powerful that you cannot control them or talk to them. Look at the northern part of Nigeria. The northern part of Nigeria is the worst because there is no single soul in the north that can have a word except those cabals. And their own is understandable because they have a feudal system. In the feudal system, where only one man will be dictating and be given to others. Just as they say in their language, Ale Baka Kabamu. God give you and you give us. They do not believe on everybody striving for himself. And that is what they have used to infect every citizen in that contraption called Nigeria. And they focus on building people. And today, some people are still trying to bring the same system into the United States of Biafra. Impossible. You cannot. We will not allow that system in the United States of Biafra. In the United States of Biafra, our sole objective is to build institution that can stand the test of time. It doesn't matter who is minding it. It doesn't matter whether a young person, an old person, a woman, man, poor, rich. As long as that person is selected into that institution, everybody must respect that very person. Everybody, you cannot look down on the person, even if you are richer than the person as an individual. As long as the person represents an institution, you must bow to that institution. That is the nation we will build. But today, it is very clear that those who have broken a breakaway from the Biafra struggle, which many of you know them, you know I don't like mentioning names on my platform because they don't want it. I don't come here to advertise idiots. I do not advertise idiots on my platform. That is why I don't mention them. But you know them. Those who have taken themselves and trying to exalt themselves above what they are. And some people, some Biafrans are following them, building strong men instead of building institutions. We already have an institution. The United States of Biafra, under the command of our Prime Minister, Mazi Simon Ekpa, put in place. Mazi Simon Ekpa himself told us that the strategy to restore Biafra has been put in place from A to Z. He said it himself. He went ahead to call it a multidimensional approach. In that multidimensional approach, he explained it very, very clear. Civil disobedience, diplomatic means, political means, and self-defense. The plan has been set on how it's going to work from A to Z. And while he was with us, he told us everything. At the same time, the structure of the government was put in place by him, Mazi Simon Ekpa. All of a sudden, somebody wake up from sleep and begin to feel relevant and begin to feel that he or she can change anything. And since then, they have continued to push different kinds of propaganda from all corners of life, up to the extent of dragging the men on the ground into it. And today, they have been able to convince people who are supposed to be defending their land, people who are supposed to be busy defending their land, they were dragged into the idiocy and they left their job. What they are doing today is to begin to talk rubbish online and propagate one nonsense or the other. What they are doing today is to send in one voice note or the other to cause confusion. What they are doing today to feel important when you see they are feeling relevant, even when they are not relevant. Biafra is not for one man. Every single one of us here as a Biafran is important. As long as you're genuinely a Biafran, you are important. Every single person in this platform, in this very program, in this Biafra that we are pursuing, we are all important. There is nobody that can say without him, Biafra will not come. Who are you? Not even Mazin Nandekano can say that. Not even Mazin Nandekano can say that, because he said that even if they take him out, Biafra will come fast. That is what Mazin Nandekano said. That if they take him out, Biafra will come fast. And that is what sensible people say. Biafra is not stamped on anybody's face. Chukwu Okike Abiyama can use anybody to give us Biafra. And when we say Chukwu Okike can use anybody to give us, not in corruption. When you see people who Chukwu Okike provide, he will provide them in a clean slate. The people that Chukwu Okike will give to us, you see them in a clean slate. If you are not clean, you can't bring anything. That's not change. You can't make any change. You can't give us anything. If you are not clean, you don't have a clean record, you can't give anything. You better stop deceiving yourself. Check people who have fought for Biafra in the past, up to this day. They all have a clean slate. Our eternal leader, Dim Odumegwu, has not been found anything called corruption in him. He invested his own money, invested his own time, invested in his family wealth. He invested it in Biafra. He didn't come to take. He didn't come to blackmail. He didn't come to compete. He came to redeem his people. And he had a clean state. That is our eternal leader. When he came to Mazin Nandekano is white as snow. Even with all the accusation they accuse him, call him names, you cannot find anywhere, any place, one evidence of what Mazin Nandekano has done wrong. You cannot find him embezzling any money. You cannot find him with using double name. Every one of us know Dim Odumegwu. His name, where he comes from, is clear. Our supreme leader has one name, Mazin Nandi Okukan. He doesn't have a double name. He is not hiding. He is not conniving. He is not hiding. He doesn't have anything to hide. He doesn't have any bad record, both in the UK and in Nigeria. There is nowhere he can, and that is why today they can't convict him. Even in the court, they can't convict him. And he became the leader. He has those things. Those are the kind of leaders we have. Look at our Prime Minister, Mazi Simon Ekpa. With all the accusation against Mazi Simon Ekpa, right, left, and center, you cannot find anything in him. Nothing, not even one. Both in his private life, in his business, in his political life, in everything he does. Every propaganda against Mazi Simon, there has never been anyone that has been proven. And he has only one name that we know. Simon Ekpa Njoko. We all know that name. From the first time we knew him as Simon Ekpa, and he left the middle name out. Until when it became necessary, you saw it, and the names you saw he answered are all in his passport. In his document, you see Simon Ekpa Njoko, complete, his full name. We never saw him trying to hide his name or trying to bear another name for one reason or the other. We never see him answering any nickname. Mazin Nandekan did not answer nickname. Dim or the Mugojuku did not answer nickname. They were all answering their names. And these are little things that you must not overlook. When you are laying your you must lay your foundation. You must not overlook these little things. If you are genuinely seeking for Biafra and you are ready for us to move forward ahead and build an institution, if you want to locate the appointed people, the person that Chukwuka had appointed, who is qualified, morally qualified, you must be morally qualified. That is one thing. For you to lead Biafra restoration, you must be morally qualified. Apart from the educational qualification, you must be morally qualified. How can somebody who doesn't have morale stand up and say he wants to be a leader? And some people, he was able to convince some people. Most painfully, the people on the ground. And it is sad that some of them, when they come, they will claim they consult oracle, they consult heaven and earth and consult. With all your consultation, the evil mind in you could not allow you to see the truth. That is why you see some people, when they come, they attack pastors, these pastors, that. They attack pastors. I say, religion is not the issue. There are people who are evil in them. It doesn't matter where they are, they will continue to do evil. These are people who say they have different traditional way of finding out things. They have different traditional way of living, but their evil, their envy, jealousy, greed will not allow them to see the truth. The truth that is in the open, that is not even hiding, it's in the open. This program I'm making today, I never wish to do this kind of a program, but I have to do it because it is necessary. They caged themselves and they drag the people who are supposed to be defending the land. They now became agent of destruction. Agent of distraction. They saw that the heart of the Biafrans is on supporting the men on the ground. They saw that the heart of the Biafran is welcoming to the men on the ground. They cherish them and they love them so much because that is the only source of defense that we have. We don't have any other source of defense. Nobody will speak for us. Nobody will fight for us. Master Simon Ekpa, with the United States, the Biafran government made sure that people are being protected through the men on the ground. But the enemy came in and began to use the men on the ground to commit havoc, to cause trouble, to cause calamity here and there. And some of them begin to claim to be more powerful than Biafra itself. You see the danger of building strong men. One of them will always come online. And it started from Biafrans. That is why I say you be careful what you wish for. Because Biafrans, we are praising this one so much. General, everybody, general, this. The general call began to enter his head today. He's claiming to be stronger than Biafra itself. He's claiming to be stronger than Biafra. He wants to put Biafra into his own pocket. Is that the kind of a country you want? We don't want to build strong men. We don't want to build strong men and women. We want to build strong nation. Strong institution, that is what we want. And in building strong institution, every hand must be on deck. Everybody must be important. Whoever is voted in to be there, you have to be there. But what did we see? Propaganda and blackmail. And all of us had a fault. Every one of us were involved in exalting this man to that level. He began to claim that he's God. He began to claim a general on the ground, that without you, nothing will happen. Even when he could not even manage, the people around him couldn't be able to manage. It is about him and him. Pride entered, and today, He has now become a social media warrior. You make voice notes and you send to people, and they began to use the voice notes to make propaganda against the government of Biafra, against the government you are supposed to protect and fight for, against the government that is supposed to provide for you. You are making a voice note with an individual who broke away from the government. You make a voice note and send to them and let them use it as a point of talk. And you think that when Biafrans hear you say that you are with them, that they will now lose their brain. You are just an individual. It doesn't matter who you are. It doesn't matter the title you give to say. You are just an individual. And whatever you think is holding you is going to disappoint you very soon. The only thing that can keep you strong is the spirit of Biafra and the truth. The only thing that can keep you strong is the spirit of Biafra and the truth. Any day truth vacates from you, you are gone. I am not just saying it. Mazin Nandekano said it. That when this journey begins, when we start defending our land and the march starts, that everybody must put Chukwu Okike first. If you lay your trust on any fetish thing, if you have found lies in you, you will not make it to Biafra. It doesn't matter how strong you think you are. No human being can stop the coming of Biafra. You can delay it in your own way. You can delay it and cause confusion through your shenanigans. But I bet you, you can never, never stop the coming. Let me tell you, when you think you're powerful, it is only because Chukwu Okike have allowed you to be so. It's just like in the Bible where somebody was claiming, I've forgotten the person in the Bible who was claiming to be the only prophet in the land. There's a story in the Bible for the Christians who are in this platform watching. You will know about the story in the Bible. Somebody who thought that he is the only prophet in the land. And he was asking God, why is it only him that was left in the land? Until Chukwu Okike opened his eyes to see that there are greater thousands of prophets around. Thousands of prophets are lined up but are not yet revealed. One man today is claiming to be overall, that without him, that the men on the ground cannot function. That without him, the men on the ground cannot survive. Up to the extent of threatening the United States of Biafra. You are threatening the Biafrans that you are supposed to protect, that employed you and made you whom you are. The Biafrans that gave you that name. The name you have today is Biafra. Without Biafra, you are nothing. You are threatening them. You think you are the only man on the ground. You don't know anything. The earlier you retrace your step, the better for you. And as we proceed in this program, I'm going to play the voice note that their so-called general sent, and they are using it for propaganda and making videos. He sent a voice note. I'm going to play the voice note. You're going to see the voice note. And what prompted this voice note was that the government of Biafra, the Deputy Secretary of Defense, contacted this very general as a fellow Biafran and as a superior officer, because the Deputy Defense Secretary is a superior officer, reached out to him to make sure he's on the line, to make sure he wouldn't say he didn't know what he's doing, to confirm where he belongs and what is in his mind, to make sure that there are information, maybe misinformation, maybe there is something he's supposed to hear that he hasn't heard. Because we know that Obato Obi is going to join us very soon. So the Deputy Secretary of Information reached out to him to know if he actually knows what he's doing or has the information he has to have. And then he responded in the manner which he did. I am going to play the voice note, and I want every one of us to pay attention. Listen carefully to this voice note. We are going to be illustrating the response, and you are going to see the response that he's given what it means, and what it looks like. You know, for a very long time, I never want to go into that very time, but we have to, so that Biafrans will not be confused, because we know there are people who has nothing to offer. Go to their platform from day to day. They don't talk about the issue of Biafra. Today, we are losing lives in Biafra land. Biafra land is taken over today. The governors and the politicians have heeded to the advice of Gumi, the terrorist, and they recruited other fellow terrorists from all angles, from all parts of the country, and they are entering into Southeast with their informants, invading, raiding houses, and taking innocent lives. But these idiots are not concerned. They are busy enjoying themselves. When you see them make videos, they make videos where they are relaxing and enjoying, and they are happy. While blood is flowing in Biafra, and you don't want someone to speak. The government of Nigeria made a structure how things will be. Instead of these people to fall in line under the institution of the government, it is not about Dr. NgoziOrabueze. It is not even about Mazi Simon Ekpa. Not about Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. It is about the United States of Biafra that belongs to every single one of us. It is about our life, our collective interest. To protect our collective interest, we must do certain things. It is for our collective interest, not for one man's interest. And today, here are we. I want you to listen to this very voice message. Many of you must have heard it. Many of my comrades have used it on their program. Many of my comrades have spoken about it since yesterday. But the breakaway group have been using it as a propaganda to talk down on the government of Biafra. But as I said, all things work for our own good. Each time they throw those jabs, it comes back, it bounces back to them. And it's unfortunate that they don't learn their lesson. You fought the first one, you failed. Second one, you failed. Every single thing you throw at the government, it falls back to you. You think you are fighting Dr. NgoziOrabueze. You are not fighting Dr. NgoziOrabueze. You are fighting the spirit of Biafra. And the spirit of Biafra will respond when it will respond. I want you to listen to this voice you're going to hear. This is a voice note that was sent by the so acclaimed general. He said his word is final. And they call him General Butuzo. That is what they call him. For those who will say you don't know who he is, for the record purposes, they call him General Butuzo. I want you to hear his response after he was contacted by the Deputy Secretary of Information, Secretary of Defense, under the United States of Biafra, a superior officer that he's supposed to obey and listen to. He began to blab. Let's hear. I hope. Do let me know if you can hear clearly from the voice note.
Oh, no one is Oh, no one is Oh, no one is Oh, no one is From God, know how.
Let me know if you are hearing me, please. If you are hearing me, let me know if you can. If you are hearing me, you can hear me. Let me know if you are hearing me. Just type on the comment section and tell me you can hear it.
Oh, the cabinet of NgoziOrabueze. Oh, no, tell you to welcome, respect for Mogo. They can be here. You go for this phone. Block me, or else I will block you. If you don't block me, I will block you. Don't tell me rubbish. Ask for rubbish. You respect for Mogo. Respect for Mogo. Welcome. Let me eat the wrong one. I'm better stay alive to fight for Biafra. For me to eat the wrong, for me to eat the right one. Why nothing have come since BM have been get inside?
I want you to pay attention on what this guy. This, by the way, this is the man they are claiming that is unreachable. You know, sometimes when they talk, they tell you, oh, nobody can contact them. It is only them that are the ones reaching them. Nobody have their contacts. Nobody can talk to them. No human being is reaching out to them. Nobody can see them. Nobody can. But when we come in, we don't have to come and begin to debate this on the, they brought it on the media to begin to talk. We don't have time to bring this kind of things on the media, but they did. This is the people they say they are invisible. Oh, it is only them that have their contact. It is only them that they talk to. It is only them. They don't have. They even said that our defense minister doesn't reach out to them. They don't have any contact. That the defense minister don't have contact with these people. But this is the deputy defense minister they are talking to after he has called them, talked to them, and this is the response the clown is giving. And you have just listened to what he said here.
Welcome. Let me eat the wrong one. I'm better stay alive to fight.
You see that word? That let him eat the wrong one and better stay alive. He doesn't care. He can eat the wrong one just to be alive. It is about what he will eat. It is about money. It is about what he will gain. And this is somebody they eulogize as a serious person fighting for Biafra. This is somebody they praise and call him general. He said through him everything will go. Now you understand why, even when you send things through him, it doesn't get to where it's supposed to get to. And look at the comment he's making. That let him eat the wrong one and stay alive. It is sad for a freedom fighter to say this. And it's about the money.
Welcome. Let me eat the wrong one. I'm better stay alive to fight for Biafra. For me to eat the right one, why nothing have come since BM have been get inside. Those men who know the recruit offer. I'm them now, give them materials to fight. Makono the authority, Makono the power. Look, you are a military. They declare that military will take over road or queen idea. Or queen idea, no check it. You see
the plan he's making already. That when Biafra is declared, that the military will take over the leadership. That when Biafra is declared, that the military will take over. This is the kind of mentality that these idiots have already. In this short statement, first of all, he said, let him eat the wrong one. If that is what will keep him alive. That he wants to eat the wrong one and stay alive. Instead of waiting for the right one and he will never see the right one. And he went ahead boasting and talking about coup. That immediately Biafra is declared that they're going to overthrow. The military overthrow. And these are the kind of people some people eulogize and praise. Well, I don't blame some of people who have done it in the past, maybe because we don't know the mentality of the sensibility of the person you're talking about, because everything is being done in secrecy. But finally, they brought themselves out, and when they speak, you know their mentality and what they're made of. It is sad to hear this kind of a speech coming from somebody who is supposed to be defending our land. And let us listen.
Welcome. Let me eat the wrong one. I'm better stay alive to fight for Biafra. For me to eat the right one, why nothing have come since BM have been get inside. Those men who know the recruit offer. I'm them now, give them materials to fight. The authority, the power. Look, you are a military. They declare that military will take over road or queen idea. Or queen idea, who check the fire, who check the fire. I don't know you and you don't know me. You must pay even to pass Solomon. To pass Solomon have rooted this camp. After all, also there are 2 delegates to come and monitor how this camp is.
You see, the person he's calling, the Solomon he's talking about is the defense minister. The Secretary of Defense today in the United States of Biafra is Solomon he's talking about. That Solomon knows very well about the camp. That he has sent delegates to watch the camp and know what is going on in the camp. And remember in the past, they will tell you that Solomon doesn't have any contact with these people on the ground. They will tell you that the defense minister doesn't have any contact with them. The defense minister doesn't know anything about them. That nobody knows anything about them except their projected imposter. Except their imposter. Who think they can siphon as much as they can. But here, look at his confession. Saying that the defense minister have seen their camp, sent delegates, 2 delegates to monitor and know what is going there. You know, sometimes when they open their mouth and vomit nonsense, they don't know. These are the same people who tell you that the defense minister doesn't have any connection, any link to them. He doesn't talk to them. He can't do anything with them. But look at him confessing. Look at him. It is just about the money. And he's claiming that money has not been sent to. This is somebody who is not loyal to the government. You are not loyal to the government of Mazi Simon Ekpa, and you want that government to sponsor you. Do you want to sponsor terrorists, or you want to sponsor people that will come and overthrow the government? You want a government to come and sponsor its own overthrow. Very insensible people that we have. It is good that some of these voice messages are coming out, so that when you hear them come online and post and talk, you ignore them and walk away. Ignore them and walk away. They have nothing. They have no influence. They have nothing to offer you. It is good that certain things happen. And I thank Chukwu Ogemena today. The government of Biafra is taking a new direction. Let's continue to listen.
I said what I said yesterday because of Anormo. This woman on the Kuna media. What can't I defend myself? What can't I defend myself? Have you people contributed any money for me? Who not contribute the level for them? Have you people provided even Abraham session? No, my comes to a bullet, do not go to a bomb. Okay, don't want me to come and expose for me. Okay, I'm that I don't know. That kind of don't you people are the one using me. Who not can use some cannot assist you, use them. Who not can use some can do else use some carelessly. Welcome respect to Congo. I don't know you, they don't know me. I just respected you because of who you are. Does not mean I'm fearing you because I stand for the truth. You people have not given me pen 1 naira session. Even more AK never be bambo. Even one granite, even one team of granite for AK. Who never who check you? Who check it? Oh, no, share but boy, no one. Even don't use me to out of me. I'm not while use this propaganda, this sweet man to reach out then. I'm not while I use all this kind of statement on me again. Man, I get a book. I'm not while I use all this kind of statement. I'm not getting a book. I'm not while I life with the God of man. Children get the world more, get the mega smoke, the mama smoke. I'm not while I as bad as you are now, your family are there living in our blood. Oh, my God, I have good school. They are living fine. Or you want to go to how many of your child is in the Biafra land, the battle of Biafra land? Do you know how many souls? Don't try to check it. Maripo working out. Maripo work. Respect for yourself. I don't want to use all this kind of settlement on me again. We check it by out. But the men I go to Chatan, but Biafra Amazon. Come on, Mbabiano, or come pick your call, or don't have your message again, or manipulate again. You know what I'm doing. Copy.
Now you see, his annoyance is that from what he's saying, that he has not gotten money from the government. The same government you are not loyal to. Every one of us as Biafrans know that from the very time Mazi Simon Ekpa was restricted from speaking, they changed from doing what they are doing. Even when the deputy prime minister tried to reorganize everything and focus and begin to channel, they refused to be loyal to her. And they said that they are not loyal to her. And they said they will not work with her. You don't want to work with her, and you don't want to work with the government of Mazi Simon Ekpa, and you want the government to send money to you. How can that be possible? You don't want to work under the government of the United States of Biafra, and you want the government of the United States to sponsor you. Sponsor you as what? Sponsor you in disloyalty. The government of Biafra is only sponsoring those that are loyal to the government of Biafra. If you remove yours, I have said it time and time in this very platform, that when you detach yourself from the government of the United States of Biafra, do not expect anything from them. Don't. The Deputy Secretary of Defense reached out to you. All you were supposed to do is to come back with your senses and rearrange your brain to align yourself with the structure of Mazi Simon Ekpa, the structure of the government. The government of Mazi Simon Ekpa is functioning, has never stopped, not even one day. The government of Mazi Simon Ekpa continues. The COS have been there, worked with Mazi Simon Ekpa closely hand in hand. And in the hierarchy of office, she is the next in line. It doesn't need a native doctor to tell you who is next in line. It doesn't matter. You don't need to be educated for you to know who is next in line. All it needs is common sense. But of course, common sense is not common. Let's continue to listen to him.
We know who is who. We know who is in the wrong place and the right place. All we have believed because prison. Because all people now we have politics. Ghana Tora, Ghana Tushi, Ghana Atoya Bruce or Biafra. You people have united to one. Mangim will go code, DPMDrNgoziOrabueze, DOS. We only let one Biafra, don't suppose you unite to one. To go and fight for Nandekalo is released. They don't let Nandekalo. We just hold you alone. Only realize I'm on that man. Hold you alone, no, but you so can't get better. Turn the fire generation.
You see, when he talks, when you see the coherence in his speech, you understand that is either he is intentionally misleading himself or to say himself. When you are talking about coming together, which people broke away from the order of Master Simon Ekpa? The group you are supporting, the group you are promoting, the people you are loyal to, they are the ones that broke away from the structure of Master Simon Ekpa. We have seen several messages from Master Simon Ekpa where he said that we should keep the mandate. The new dimension mandate, which was handed over to Master Simon Ekpa. Master Simon Ekpa handed it to DPMDrNgoziOrabueze as they go on. In clear terms, be my surrogate until I come. That wasn't enough for you. You created the disunity. You joined in the disunity, and today you come to make a voice note to vindicate yourself or to make Biafrans have pity on you. It is sad. I wish that this day never came, but it has come, and we will face it.
Before recruit one man in corner, doing our worst, no Abamaka, or Bruno one in there, or Bruno to put them in a mondo, or broke one and no Biafra. After all, only regular Biafra. Yes, soon only have the betrayed Biafra. All of you have the betrayed Biafra. All of you have betrayed Biafra. And that's some Gangani have betrayed Biafra. Most soon no Buddha have Messi. Because I've been what we say, Jack, Budala, or Gayalotea, Unajaba, Jababusia, Nangramatina coffee and a million in a million. Ajalo Buddha in a walk, we could go down in a walk. Millions of Buddha Namon, Nuna Manoneri. Ajala Biafra, why I want not to do anything. That what we tell on a cat. Can't I listen now? Got the man in Georgia. Oh, we tell on a Biafra, no guess I bear fish warrant in any fish ever. Or does that no ma Yagazia? I've got another Panama. Don't I get Nam? I was pulling me more than this. I was pulling me more than this. Now, Kikuku can I buy my mind? I was pulling me more than this. I was pulling me more than this. We check the buyout. I was pulling me more than this. I'm up on my block home, or more block organ now.
You can hear the speech of the General Butuzo they are talking about. You heard him. And one thing that is putting them in trouble is some of the swear and oath they are taking. You swear with the land of Biafra, you accuse people unnecessary, you are committing a crime, and in that crime, you have lost your conscience that you cannot realize that you are committing a crime against people. You can't realize that you are committing a crime against the Biafrans. Your heart has become so darkened that you can no longer understand that what you are doing is wrong. Even when the line is very clean and plain. It is very clean and plain to understand. The structure is very clear. Even if you are an illiterate, the structure is very easy to understand. There are examples of the structures of government every part of the world. But you stand on that illegality and you are swearing on people. You stand on that illegality and you are shouting. Even when somebody reached out to you to straighten your heart, to make you understand your wrongdoing, you begin to shout. And that is how they do. You think by shouting and shouting and shouting that you become innocent. Or by crying and crying and crying, you become innocent. You will not. You will not. That does not make you innocent. Common sense teaches us and tells us what is right. And all we know how to do is align ourselves with the fact and the right thing. If you don't, you are never going to be vindicated. You will only deepen yourself into trouble with the oaths and swearing you're swearing on people. It will be bouncing back on you. Sometimes people, it is easy for everyone to say, oh, Biafra is a spirit, Biafra is a spirit. You say Biafra is a spirit, and when the spiritual things are happening, some of you cannot even comprehend. Biafra is a spirit, yet you carelessly dance the dance of the spirits without paying attention. And when the dancers arise, you begin to cry. You don't know what happened. Let us continue to listen. Now you're going to hear the message of their boss, the man who is on top of the confusion and deceit, the one that is trying to confuse himself and deceive himself, the one that you don't know who he is or what his name is. A man with a questionable character cannot lead Biafra. That is number one. You must have a legal, a moral ground, first of all, before you can lead Biafra. Without morality, you cannot. You are not anywhere near qualification. I want you to hear the communication of that same man. After this very voice note, I think their commander reached to them, and now he is now talking to the Deputy Secretary of Finance, Secretary of Defense. The Deputy Secretary of Defense, now he, their leader, called the Secretary of Defense. I want you to hear his voice. I don't like mentioning their name because they don't deserve that glory in my platform. That is why I don't call their name. But when they start speaking, you will know who they are. Let us listen to what he has to say.
The more in the mayor, Yaga Rumok, Buribu, Asia Nagal Rumok, Chineke Gal Rumok, Yaline Umwe, Agal Rumok, Onyagun just Rufuna, Nasio Gechukun Kirin and Yego, Abuta, right from Oge Piamun Omua, or through Mikayene Iruaka Yeruaka, through 95 to 99%, or through me. Through me. And America, through Walile.
Hold on. If any Lutefaka through you, things are getting to the men on the ground through you, because then you were the Minister of Finance. Then Mazi Simon thought you, being the Minister of Finance, should do the job, because it was handed over to you to do by Mazi Simon. That is why you were there doing it, and that is it is not a big deal. It is a responsibility that was given to you. Only Chukwukaba knew how you were doing it and of what interest you were pursuing.
You let me know. Protect him. For reason. I know my walk. I know my wife. I come to your channel. Your blood name makes you so warm. Since you're warm, I'm always a victim. I'm always a helper. Ndeli le muna ha kwa kwa mburuburu muna he mekolahi mwa na bonye na no e wila ha akojoro nwere ike me ihe obuli na emegula ngozi me but akpara mmadụ na akpọ m ye ma onye mbụ ye why dear me Mazi Ajoke odio mmutu nchi about you na-ekwu okwu nwa Nnezuzuari whatever. My meeting Lulu mere Nunu Gemehe to bring one down. Well, only they bring it down one. onye nwa na anyị nọkwa anyị rutere ebe anyị nọ n'ọhịa anyị na-eme na otu onye ahụ so na dị pila. Ọ bụrụ na onye a bịara ka o mebie ihe ya gaa n'ebe anyị nọ. Abụla m anọchiere m ihe imebi before ejiri akpọ PM 3 weeks before akpọ PM. Joshua anụka m nchekwa na mụ na ya na-achịkọta nta nọ Maryland. O nwere meeting mkpọrọ for sponsorship. Joshua na ebe ahụ oge PM ji ọnụ ya kwu. Joshua kpọrọ m the next day. Ọ sị na ọ ka na-eche ihe ahụ. Oge PM kwuru okwu okwuru ọnụ kpọfụrụ be ka m ebere m akwa n'ime obi m si ya ọ ga-abịa kwuo ya ihe ọ dị necessary. About my impact na ihe a nọ na-eme. Mụ na gị mkpọbeghị sinsi nọ na-ege ihe. Nwebe ihe m anụfebe from side gị gịnwa bụ second nke ụgbọ ipikiri phone. Oge m kpọrọ kere ahụ ya. Oge m kpọrọ ọgọdọ piki. Onye sendịrị audio bụ kere ahụ ya Ugo 247. Ebe ọ si ebe picture Ojukwu nọ na-ewefuru m. From the day one, picture m nọ ebe ahụ ọ nọ. And before ọ nọrọ there, anọkọta m ti ya. Asị onye na-elekọta ebe ahụ. And of which my PMI, onwe anything nọ n'ime ebe ahụ nwaanyị dị. Ọ dị ka oge onye Emeka Livingstone ha nọ na-enye spo ha bịara oge mkpọrọ ndị polisi. Nweta police report m ama m nwaanyị ndị kwụsịgoro ma follow up na that one ahụ. Oge ha bịara ha kpọta ebe ahụ. Ma o nwee presence m nọgoro dị. Ma o nwee ihe gosiri ma impact. Ahụbe m ebe mmadụ ga-abụ liaison officer onye isi ebe ahụ maọbụ na embassy maọbụ gịnị. Ị ga-egosiri na ị na-manage ebe a. Onwe ihe nwere ike ikwu ị nwere ike go ahead but one ji wee kpọ ọ bụ ka mụ na gị yọ gaa gbaa ya afa gaa chụwa aja gaa n'ime mmiri gaa n'eluigwe gaa n'ime edie nri ọbụla ebe ọbụla ị gara ịga gaa jụọ ese onye mbụ etucha ese agwa gị ihe ọbụla agwatara gị si ya take.
You see, sometimes people talk and talk out of mind. Mmadụ na-edere ịjụ ese. There are certain things that doesn't need a native doctor to tell us. There are certain things that doesn't need a diviner, a prophet to tell us. There are certain things that doesn't need a scientist to investigate. Common sense tells us whom you are by your attitude. The way you speak, the way you behave, the way you act, your moral stance tells us whom you are. It doesn't need, I don't need to do business with you for me to know. Even from distance, the way you respond to issues, the way you act, the way you talk, the way you react, we are in a position where you're given. The pride in you, everything tells a whole story about it. It doesn't need, no sensible person will need a native doctor, a diviner, or a pastor to reveal, or a prophet. No. Common sense. For matured men, some of us have been in this world, in this planet, more than 50 years. We didn't come yesterday. And when we look at you, we listen to you once, twice, thrice. We can be able to tell what you are made of. So you cannot woo us by shouting or by talking or by trying to eulogize yourself. No, you don't.
We action. But here, Bubeli,
Oge ọnwụ na ikwusigo gị gwa m na ikwusigo ike ị na-emezi ugbo a tret alaik m ya ọ na ikwusigo gị gwa m na ikwusigo. There is no, I am not denying any of my audio. I do not threaten you. I tell you what is true. Now, Yaship China, Ikusigo, have you finished?
This discussion is between the breakaway leader and our deputy secretary of defense. And you see how he has gone on talking and talking. And the deputy secretary of defense is just patient, waiting for him to land and for him to respond. But he wouldn't ever give a chance. And that is another sign. When you are discussing with people who cannot be trusted, when you are talking with people who cannot be trusted, that is one of the signs you have to do. They will never allow you to speak. They can exhaust all the time in the world, occupy, take your own time and take their own time. At the same time, they cannot have that mentality or that mind to be able to digest information. Constructive discussion and arguments, they cannot. They can never, they will call you and shout and shout and shout on top of it. They will exhaust their time and your own time. That is how they behave. These are one of the signs for you to know people that cannot be trusted. All this while you see him shouting, and the Deputy Secretary of Defense is paying attention, begging for an opportunity to respond to him. He wants to occupy the whole space, from talking to threats, from threats to swearing, and that is how they roll. In order to confuse those they're going to confuse. But there are some people who their mental toughness is top-notch. Those of us that have that mental toughness, you don't come and shout. For me, if we are in person, I will allow you. If you want to talk to you tomorrow, I'll allow you to talk. When you are done, I will give you your cup. That is how I do. I will allow you. When you finish, I will feed you with that same cup that you love to give people too. Let's listen.
If it is my voice, it's my audio. Okay, did you call me? Are you threatening me? Let me know what you are doing now.
Your audio message is all threat.
If you see it as threat, that's your business. Listen to me, my friend.
He will not. You see, he talked and talked and talked and talked and talked. And the Deputy Secretary of Information was even begging for an opportunity to speak. He could not give an opportunity to speak. He was talking and talking and talking and talking until he cut off, and then the discussion continues.
Yes, it's my name. So I'm but I tried not to.
You may hang up and call back. You are breaking up. I can't hear you.
Just hold on. The voice is still coming. The discussion is still going on. Just listen.
You can hear me now, Abi?
Yes.
Can you hear me now?
I can hear you, yes.
Okay. Well,
this is breaking up. You may call me in a long line because this is breaking up. I cannot hear you.
Biafrans, just hang on. The voice, he's going to call back. He's going to call back.
Yes.
Can you hear me?
I'm hearing you, but it keeps breaking up. But go ahead, it could be stable in a minute. Hello? Oh, what kind of network is this? You can call from landline. Yes, of course, I can hear you better.
Okay. That's number one. Number two, Number three, Mazi, Debunking. Achọrọ m onye ọbụla bụ onye Biafra mara na ọ chọrọ Biafra taa. Onye ahụ menweghị onye ajụ esi. Mụ na gị anyị erikọbe. Anyị emebe mosh ịmacha m. Jụọ esi nchebe ka jọ gị. Mụ na gị ga-emekọrịrị ihe. M ga-amarị onye bifọ m pik ya. M
when he came to Yogi, among history. Only a man about Jewish or education. When he went with a Oda Hebor, that commander. Come out through yes, and a bomb. I can't have your check. More than many yogi. I believe from now, your black and the men of one. And only me only you woman. More than me when you are your man. More when you only came me unknowingly. We are not perfect. I made mistake. But only would it. He gave you send the regular. When he had a me, get to buy save her me. But all God for the madam exactly and the misinformation. What me our PMO gonna omit a lot of stuff like Solomon now. Unomana PM one Solomon almost a year now Solomon and the India on Wodonia on our body set.
Now he has gone to blackmail. He's now blackmailing this defense minister, Solomon. That Solomon doesn't have a contact. He doesn't talk to the men on the ground for the past 1 year. Is that saying Solomon that man you saw his voice was saying that the defense minister have sent delegates twice to them in their camp and that he knows the camp? But this man has always been blackmailing the defense minister. The defense minister doesn't know anything about the men on the ground. He doesn't have any contact with them. He doesn't talk to them. He doesn't do anything. But you had the one of that Butuzo there confessing that the defense minister have sent 2 delegates to them on 2 occasions. And he has seen the camps and know what they are doing. But in every opportunity he has, you throw on that blackmail and propaganda. Now compare it to what the very first, the guy was confessing that this defense minister have sent people there and he knows very much about what is going on there. But you will see him now, we go on and begin to blackmail, as always, begin to push lies against the defense secretary.
Social media. Solomon okay, PM even the far Finland, Solomon group before Baraga side the honor.
Okay, to convince you.
Yes, because our PM we are not to put Solomon on. I know no face in one day, okay, for the money on our phone before I go to Finland a week before I go. Or see enjoy Solomon, see one is you willing on
blackmailer.
Can they hear PM Waraki? Apola her commander record one is a T1 because I'm nearby the used to that. I don't get. You are where a girl you are Solomon. Yeah, what is you all bloom the best is you on the wire working. The lawyer as one as big as Mazi, Obunona like it to ya who is you nothing but the truth. Getting here what a Mazi yogi. Getting here PM warrior. Solomon Johnny Wamsia Sin PMC don't talk to CS commander. I say all of them. And since Solomon Sonayan all for Robert Konya, our prime minister, had attack.
Blackmailer. Go on and you had attack now. You've not destroyed everything. But that means the video the Butuzo have been sending all this way about the work of Ogbunigwe. We have seen several videos that were released where Ogbunigwe was used, where it acted. So all those videos are fake. Is that what this man is saying? You know, when they are preaching this, they are blackmail. When you try to blackmail somebody, you end up destroying yourself and blackmailing yourself.
I am very disappointed. In my contract to let business, you let Solomon up here. Or say, I can make it. When can we see? Image Muna PM who mention Solomon, who goes here as some. Twice that one time Solomon complaining about here. Again, Gayama, ya, Mpopia, Sally. Solomon, Paka, serious bomba. Oh, Solomon, Nana, Biagua, all my men on ground. Omuka, Munwe so, Munjambule so, put use on a May. Omasyonya got form, Biafra land is true north 40 state. Can you see where dinner? Omasyonya got form, one here. I'm working here before a road day bar on that. Obo Berehi, they found one here, Obo Berehi, logistic, Nagar is born. India has a bit of a cake a day. Only melody would. Now, Solomon Gabia cook, or maybe when we go, Biafra with the chain, and I got me here with that on the unknown Peter from Bito, everything, the week when the year, the land on him, or the marker, where move. And before all PMI, before a boy, Kerukesi, maybe Kerundia, who name me, all the same people name me, nothing changed. Or change it. The same hand down. When he changed in here, he changed in the Prime Minister. None. What is your one of Luga group? Probably 2 weeks or almost 30 minister group. A boy hang up your Abia. Oh, when they are from Ali Body Honoma, Honoma. Solomon, so now only deceiver of the parade you win. About somebody, I want them. Disease. Now I get a Finland 2023. Okay, what a Solomon while here. Oh, my deal, at the end of second. No Dokusiabian. Go make a young wish. Alpha young when he see Uba about a ways. About once, about twice. Nearly lost Nagi make a use on a label. You spend your golly spending.
He's just focused on blackmailing the defense minister against the deputy. The person that he's discussing with is the deputy prime minister, deputy defense minister, deputy secretary of defense. That's the person he's discussing with. And the man he's condemning and destroying and talking all manner of evil against him is the defense minister himself, pushing all manner of blackmail and propaganda. But at the end of the day, he doesn't know he's talking to somebody who is also a military man, who has more knowledge and more experience and understand his criminality. Let us continue to listen.
Today, women in here, Prime Minister. Man onye abụ onye Igbo mebi onye Fulani mụ ya hapụ nwoke ma kọmanda onye isi na-eji ala aka ha dị ọcha ha na-agba mbọ niile ha na-agba abalị ụnyaahụ ịmọdị ọgụ ha lụrụ ịmọdị ọgụ a na-alụsi ndị a ka ha na-egbu ha ha na-ata ahụhụ ha na-alụ ọgụ ha na-agbalịsi ike ka ha nwere ike on I went to bed enough. But we had a go like Lapanolo, a go like Anna to Tapan. One day, we were for reason not to nega with a pen. But Koyana to that every Saturday. Make a day. You check a being more than 1, 2, 3,000. You check a hag in Ego like Gabahanon. You check his head as Zimbo. Check him, Marana, the Kokana Bena. I need more. How many can make one more? The Tobro Hanabani, and I can't have your check. Especially from Onion to her. I don't know my bossy. Go Regiga, that report to give ball for Maya. Abumoye, among case Mayan, they are got to them, Dibia, but to them. But I believe from Nonya Black, your chapter, Waka, your channel, make the money for you on a walk. On a walk. Do Nariogi Mazi. May go find him. The female when you name it. And a god demon, give me one your black accused. Only you question him accused on the wood. Before I go Finland off for a big and we had attack. because of pressure. Once in KAG Nayu, one Hana, success and Aruko, Mua Buzialis, Anumala Hodora, Anumala water. So, and Emery Lenge make condition a honey with a honey with. No one make a bang name, Finland is weaker. Because in Finland, Abuna Biafrans, in the one idea na butcher Weber really care. Hagin work. I'm a mobile emergency fundraising a delete as Unyaga. Unyega, I will be the government, it will be on a platform. And I'm not this maybe remark one time. The remark was child. Lay boom the Biafra at the time. And I'm a mobile members, the Regan, and Wotega. They go here, they go carry with a man in the 3G. They were come where is it? Where a met up, where I get met up. See, my man, Magazi Finland, and I guess you one. Yeah, I didn't for about 1 year, about 2 years now.
By the way, this is just a lie. This is just a lie. What he had just said now is a lie because there was money in the account. He intentionally refused to pay the money for the convention ground. That was when he was being called to come and give an account. Give an account. Show the account. Let us know the amount that is being there. It is not a question of saying Biafrans donate. Account for them. Let us know if there's no money. He refused to come. The deputy prime minister called several meetings. He refused to come. Until the deputy prime minister passed through someone else that has access to the bank, to the account, and the person came and revealed that there is money in the account, about $60,000 in the account. $60,000 in the account, and you refuse to make the payment for the convention ground. And look at him repeating that lie here. When you see him talking, you can take all the days and talk, and you think they are true. There are no truths in what he's saying. And he forgot that he's talking to somebody who is part of the government today. He forgot that he's talking to the Deputy Secretary of Information, Deputy Secretary of Defense. It is sad, but we have to listen and go. Let's continue.
Committee I promise him certificate. And then I put him even the prime minister. More suggested here. Prime Minister may endorse. Say yes. But what guy who feel like the man one get pretty here. The pretty here I mechi na the banquet they be 10. The pretty here we be nice something good. And then what I have piece here. Obi Joma go hire to Parasi and with the certificate. Joma with the gear. Or I have my piece. What I see my and Kenji will let almost 77. The mother last child. I fight them. Come on, they print here. At the no mistake, na name in the man. My Josh and Maryland, no, take Gruntia. John, they are leader to Chaparasi. Now promise certificate. I see low up to them. Oh, my hand. Ejim onye ọbụla ọfọ n'ogu ka anyị na-agaji ka anyị na-aga ahụrụ m ebe gwara ya bịa m bịa na-akiri asị bịa m bịa ọ nọ with him dị na ọ ga-eme ndị abandon. He don't play with them. He don't. Ọ jụrụ sị ha ọ maka ha si eme ọ maka ha si aga ya na ndị ha na ya kwukwara kwuru. He don't play with them. O ji ha egwu and even a bar honor, Oma Kahashim, Oma Higa de Toff. Only Hende, only Yama, or the Macunia or George. Musica, we send the Gioju, Campogi, Mazi.
I'm listening, and I'll be very happy to Shaggy Wendy. You wrote them for one to now. So that I can.
Oh, you're going to keep whoop. Oche ya win go no chine nwete go mo ge.
Ako. All the committee crime. Police go ba be dey paranoid. But I get the ocha They got gay bowler, Kowakubla, in a Gajala Bogoda Haginata, Asiana, Anna Bam, Iwanatan. I'm not going to lie to you.
Okay.
When you got on social media, give some things, here's something.
Okay.
I like.
Okay. One, hold on.
Okay.
First time ever. Now, let me come in here. I want you to pay attention. Listen. Okay. Once you are talking to me, you have to know that they have to go about military. And I'm my dear. Military, when you serve sometimes. No matter how tough you are, sometimes you have to give way, for others to try. I saw money all on Apple now, but I'm not like the idea it represents before me now without any particular person. Biafra cannot go on.
That is rubbish.
That's that, by the way. But let me clear something before you now. But we have about allegation. I don't know which one is true and which one is not. But from public utterances, you can infer that certain allegations may be true because of somebody's reaction. Hold on. From public utterances, somebody might infer or conclude that some allegations might be true until otherwise proven. Okay, there are a lot of allegations against you.
So, okay,
hold on.
Oh, you're not gonna allow you talk.
At least you call Laputa, you are a human being, and you are a human being. You come out and clear yourself and take questions.
That reflect back to PM, USA, and that I use. And that about 2 weeks ago, still up here really,
PM getting. Once you accuse PM, he will come and speak.
My brother, hold on now. Hold on. Nkuchagi may address. Hold on. Nkuchagi may address.
You go run. You don't agree. You talk.
Hold on. Whenever allegations are levied against you, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 allegations, and you keep quiet. Only one get in a label.
Okay.
I agree. Even in America here, when you keep silent over certain allegations, public will presume that these allegations are true until you come out and give your position.
Yes.
That's number one. Number 2, okay, if I had any reason whatsoever, I mentioned a convention in Finland. Kina Sonia Barawa na Bamba, Bamona eliminated the Ghana social media. Everything I mean in Finland, the whole Biafra
destroyer
nonsense or war and all.
Okay, no, actually, I'm covering majority point for you so that I get before I gather that social media. Why only there be a cancel fundraising? Only when you right here.
Look at the phone.
Okay, now let me answer that.
That fundraising
okay, let me ask. I will tell you why.
Wait now, make it answer you.
I will tell you why. I will tell you why. Go on, social media. Who gave you the right?
Yes.
Onye nyere them the right as finance minister.
Yes.
Onye nyere right.
Okay, as finance minister. Onye na-akpọ for town hall meeting in Aga. The onye secretary.
No, onye secretary. Everything fundraising emanated from the prime minister. Hold on.
You're not gonna allow you to talk.
Okay, I don't do anything.
a finance minister. The whole fundraising, one money here. The whole town hall meeting, initiate.
It is not you that initiated it. Shut up. For the record, this man did not initiate anything. He didn't initiate anything. The town hall was initiated by the Secretary of Information today. The person we have today at the Secretary of Information, she is the one that initiated it. Then, through the US group where she belonged, she initiated it. Stop spilling lies that doesn't make sense. Okay,
I gave you time.
You know, go allow you talk.
You said your own. Let me come in. You are not allowing me to say anything. I'm just telling you.
You don't tell them true now. You don't go allow you talk again.
Yes. It's a legitimate question.
The question of
I want to answer the question. I want to answer the question.
Okay. You don't allow you answer.
Biafran people.
Which Biafran people?
I'm one of them. I'm one of Biafran people. Everything you do, right. Listen. You are not giving me space to talk.
You don't give you space to talk.
You asked me a question and I'm trying to answer your question and you are not allowing me to answer the question. Jesus Christ. Are you raising money for yourself? Okay. Are you raising the money for yourself? Are you raising money for...
You see the kind of speech he's making. Cancel ya fundraising. The fundraising, is it for yourself? Are you raising the money for yourself? And this man forgets that he is a junior officer to the COS. You are a junior staff to the COS. Whatever decision that had to be taken in the absence of Martin Simon Ekpa has to come from the COS. The COS has the right to postpone the fundraising. She did not cancel. She postponed it. She postponed it to the next week. And she has all the rights because the right has been given to her by the Biafran people through Mazi Simon Ekpa as the surrogate. Why is it so difficult for this man to understand simple ABC? And look at him. He doesn't even allow the Deputy Defense Secretary to speak. Making noise, shouting, and after he run away. Let us continue to listen to him.
For yourself? This fundraising is for who? Fundraising is for who? From who? Onyege will take the money. Onyege will take the money. I'm asking you questions. You are not answering.
No, you did say that's more big where you go to see, man. I'll be a threat. I'll be a threat. Threat.
Okay. I'm not lying against you. Can I lie against you now? I want you to calm down. Let me ask you questions.
You don't agree.
You are running away from questions. Okay, you are running away from questions. If you're not black.
It don't run. We don't run. It is a go fit argue. It go fit defeat the Deputy Secretary of Defense. And let us now listen to the message of the Secretary. Since he ran away, he didn't want to listen to the Secretary of Defense, but Secretary of Defense has to now give him a voice message. Since he ran away, because he cannot just come and talk and disappear. So I want us to listen to the response of the Deputy Secretary of Defense.
Hello, General Batuzo.
No, this one is a message to General Botuzo from the Defense Deputy Secretary.
Voice he recorded today. He sent Ndotugu. They believe in their system. It's good. Only like a one position or take in a Biafra struggle.
Absolutely.
Don't need to know the bad. That position he take. According to you, they have been sending money to you guys. According to you, but they're going to send the no way going to Biafra. Because it's na organ carry. They send through ego. But I wonder why Hane just send through ego. And when he made that area, I got Hane send all important now. The money that they are sending is coming from Biafrans. And the reason for the contribution is for the work. But the work is not happening. Nothing is happening there. I don't understand. Look, my friend, I called you. No problem. I think this week was the first time you heard from me and the opportunity to talk with you. I don't usually do this. I'm reason because I've been following you for years now. So let me talk with you first. But I'm not like, according to you, instigate General Botuzo. That word, general, I'm a mean. General, like a yes, no. You can put something more believer no again. So maybe believer no go ban Ngozi now. So maybe don't say that you are confused, because right now you are not confused. Because I would like to get to the truth about it. I guess here was it because of ego. How come she got us here now? Which means no, I forget all the reason the volunteers no got fight this fight. We all volunteered. I volunteered as well. That's why I spend my money, because I'm older than you and I am not there. But all the money will take and plus all these diplomatic moves. Oh, Mother Nemia. So I'm surprised. Now, after talking with you, you don't know me. You don't know me. After talking with you, you still send that kind of voice. Make a program. You are mocking the movement. Or is it because Simon was small problem? He tackle like this. You know what Oga is doing, but you are enjoying the money that he's sending to you. Let me tell you something. Since Oga Nego, when the Biafra and I contributed that money, you have to know now also this struggle. Biafra were 40 states. We have to make sure that the 40 states are equipped. So Oga Kerega Aga Ngozi Abekwa we took other states. Are you selfish?
He's selfish.
Come on, my brother.
He is.
Are you that selfish? See, Charles, he might and other places and when I be Biafra. So once I go to Hala, Botuzo's problem is solved. But in Kogan and you, I hope one problem on solve on a basis non. Anyways, Oma Sopu. We are brothers and we will continue to be brothers. I'm not working now. Chekwe hine emeche. Ure irego ezegog. Ihine or the right thing. Ihine now. General Botuzo. Ihine now or the right thing. You know that what we are doing is wrong. Our people are dying. Instead of you to face Biafra first, and ego. Ego is good. How quantum mad na to ego and send rule on a chinelo ad.
On the mother not there. We I am a boy. When you are a the mother contribute ego. So in a way, you are trying to hold us to ransom. Now force I to work with God. I'm sure now we cannot work with a corrupt person. Okay, he's corrupt. We cannot do that. Biafra is now a country, though being occupied, but it's been declared. We have to do what we have to do. I get now, this early stage may establish system that will work with Biafra. We would not succumb to that threat on the Jabia, or how to do it. There's no problem. We will find other people to do it. With hope we can rapport. Give Colonia, give Colonia, also we name 419. It's not good now. Maybe Managano again. Stay there. But when you never there, if we join the corner, if we're going to Biafra, I them happy na Biafrans, no, not take man, and when you GM. So, Casey, the moral standing, you know, the one as and goes in where they go and well, look and I go. Never couldn't get bread and well, you couldn't do. I'm not going to new nego. At least I'm not a good nego and Elon and not under Biafra. Since what Jesus in your none gone any because someone does on any. So this logically Kono may you know, stand down, don't do anything, let our people be killed in order to force us to come back. No. Only Chicago no when you feel on again okay. Can fight to Biafra. Go ahead. But to be careful. Odrekwama the wrong one.
Where you go wrong one?
Don't eat the wrong one.
Where you go?
Be careful for yourself. Don't eat the wrong one. You know it. Division. You know it. Can you just send that kind of voice in cause division in Biafra land? Why? So, Simon Patana, case only get you to speak on him a mistake. It's no mistake. I want you to know that Biafra is not your own alone. The same thing in them, when you also get me. So, I have tried to be your friend. Never go like this, no problem. I will know, and we will know in defense. You see, thank you very much. I am disappointed.
So that was the response of that was the speech of the Deputy Secretary of Defense to the man who called himself Butuzo. And the message is clear that he has chosen where he is and all that. You're welcome, my beloved brother Maxwell. You're welcome, Greg. Thank you for joining. Today, I just have to do something different from what I've been doing for the very first time. I decided not to talk about these people, and the more they continue to cause damages and what is happening in Biafra land, it becomes necessary that we must have to speak about the issue. That is why I'm playing all these voice messages. So finally, before we now make our various comments, let us listen to the final part of it. On this part now, you are going to see the message that the Deputy Secretary of Defense sent to this man that called himself whatever, the leader of the breakaway faction. The message he sent to him. Since he came after talking and shouting, he ran away. That is what is always, he come and shout, thinking that he was going to convince him, but he couldn't be able to do it. He ran away. So let us hear the message that he sent to him.
Okay, you see why I like to send you voice notes? Because you are sounding like somebody that never had any knowledge of argument. Educated argument. You have to listen to me. Okay? Maybe not your mega address that time. Major voice note, mega address. Listen. In our DPMDrNgoziOrabueze opportunity to cancel fundraising. You got the opportunity to declare Biafra in Finland. Every power that she exercises was given to her by the Biafran people
who elected our prime minister, and the prime minister made him the chief of staff. By the virtue of that office, she stands the opportunity to take over from the prime minister should anything happen to him. Whether he is in jail, whether he is dead, whether anything happens to him. The first person that Biafrans will rally around will be the chief of staff. That is the natural running of government. I know you have people who have experience in whatever you people are doing. Tell them to tell you the truth if you don't know, okay? Don't be calling everybody and be talking like this. The power was given to her by the Biafran people. We just finished convention. Biafrans needed that moment to recover because it's money that we're going to pay. People needed to come home, settle down, and then take a fresh breath and then come out and do fundraising. You didn't come out to do fundraising because you wanted to help. You came out to do fundraising because you needed to use it to mobilize support. And that is exactly what you did. That is the same lie you lied to men on ground. You lied to them, and you know it don't get it. Stop running your mouth like this. Look, I am not the type of person you will call. I have told you before. Whenever you call me, jot down your points. Don't just come here and be running from east to the west. That's not how I roll. I know my onions. If you need education about how to run government, you can call on me. Okay? We have prime minister. We do not have elected of officials. We don't have Senate. We don't have House of Assembly. We don't have honorable members. We only have elected prime minister, which is unicameral system. That's what we have. The prime minister has selected people who will work with him. Those people he will mobilize so that they will vote during cabinet meetings. Okay? The same cabinet meeting that dissolved CRC. Cabinet dissolved CRC. Are you not aware of that? You think this is market women? If you go to court, you may go to jail. I'm telling you, they said from this. Oh, one idea question, jump. If you want to call me, get your points right, okay? Biafran people get her right to cancel fundraising and put it next time. The one in organize, you do this, everything you. Prime Minister selected you to be his finance minister. So you are working for him. You owe it to him to come up with some good ways of raising money. That's why you're a finance minister. So when you come up with some kind of ingenuity that will be helpful and he adopts it, that doesn't mean that you are making that authority. No, that authority is still prime minister's authority.
Exactly.
And whenever the prime minister is not there, the chief of staff will be next in that chain of command, not you. You are just a finance minister. Even when it comes to chain of command, you don't even come before defense. Okay? Go and sit down. Ask people who know if you don't know. You want to plank up the tie in Biafra and think we will sit around and watch you? You are getting some people angry. We are just keeping quiet though, because I want the Igbo. And I am in Igbo now. You are winning. I'm sorry for you. People are deceiving you. If I told you somewhere and I push you and destroy Biafra, you cannot destroy Biafra. Let me tell you right now. We are in this struggle. We are keeping quiet doesn't mean that we don't know anything. What's wrong with you? Look at it in authority. But if you need authority, you can form more government. Who gave you the authority? The CRC vote for you. CRC was dissolved. It was dissolved by duly constituted Biafra Republic government in exile cabinet. Okay? They were dissolved. Was it reconstituted by who and when? You went and you called them because they are your courts, and they did some kind of backyard election to call your name, and you think, hey, look, let me also warn you. You see that lobbyist, when you go to jail, he will not go to jail with you. Yeah, he's pushing you. He will break now how you're not trogash. Oh, then don't you mislead in the African ball. It's serious in Biafra. You need serious. It doesn't matter who is leading. You keep supporting with everything in you to make sure I get the Biafra. You need to destroy. That's what you are doing. To tear everywhere down. You better tell Butuzo. Mbola madu gang what I call a query. Oh, we have you by a dog. Nobody's after him. He's after himself. I don't have time for that. Okay? We want everybody to leave and go inside Biafra together. Stop threatening people. Ibrahim or less my on your all sorts of Butuzo and with the Biafra. Who said that? Biafra has a lot of people who are willing and ready to fight for Biafra. Okay? Stop it. Stop it. Stop it now. You call me here, man, you go audience. Why are you running away?
Also,
because you don't want to hear the truth. So I'm the brag around and then I go shash. Gonna on social media. Somebody now whatever program on Nebu. Now so I beat on now again a family don't matter. Now look at what the Biafran is saying. People who are fighting for Biafra. How do we know that the cable go to have Bushiga? Never mother will keep a platform nonsense like this. Now I don't buy a bit of questions. What is happening? This is too appalling. We cannot continue like this. Whether you like it or not, Biafra will come. But I'm telling you, deceit from this. I'm not going to the USA here. Don't think that you are doing this thing that we're going to keep quiet. Time I swear to God. Time okay, no problem. Go ahead and keep doing the same thing. Hey, Ogen Kere, aka Isaiah Anyol, whichever one is your name, is your business. Listen to me. Nobody calls me. Nobody calls me and threaten me the way you did. That is the wrong step. Let me tell you, for your own good, don't do it again. Don't. I do not joke like this. We are fighting for Biafra. This struggle, you think, is something that you can just mess up and people like me are looking at you? Look, don't call me and threaten me again. Because you are acting like a criminal. And when you act like a criminal, so shall you be addressed. You have our money. You need to account for the money. You need to stop lying to these young people on ground. You need to stop lying and deceiving them. You need to stop it now. Why are you forming a parallel government and you want people to be clapping for you? And you looked at me as somebody in that category of individuals who may be clapping for you. Sorry, my brother. Let me advise you. If you know everything, all allegations that have been leveled against you, come out and defend and debunk them. And then take questions from Biafrans. But let me advise you again. It doesn't matter what you do. Biafra can only be one. It cannot be two. Anybody like you organizing a parallel government at the behest of somebody I don't know is making a mistake because it will not stand. Biafrans have spoken. They have decided to follow the instruction as given by our Prime Minister, Simon Ipa. He said, if you didn't here that Madam Ngozi will be his surrogate at this trying moment, at this temporary period that he will not be with us. He elected Ngozi doctor, to be his surrogate. So shall he stand. 2. In Finland, on the 29th of November 2024, Dr. Ngozi played that surrogate very well by declaring Biafra to the admiration of the whole world. 3. Any attempt by you or anybody to truncate that or Biafran government will attract the burning anger of Biafran people, including myself. When I go on the US here, we can, we may end up in US court. Only those things, those you approve, keep putting them together because you are going to present them before a judge. Since you call my house and you want to practice how to harass somebody and intimidate somebody like me, you don't have fear in your eyes. You call my house trying to intimidate me into submission. And the same thing that you have given to the idiot who called himself Kutuzo, who cannot reason, who cannot think. He is only after money because you gave him little change. He thinks he can sing and dance your music. It's not that way. I like to respect people, but you must know that respect begets respect. When you drag yourself like this, people will drag you. Why are you misbehaving? When you say in public that you financed the convention in Finland, what do you mean? That we made you finance minister through our prime minister because we elected him, and by that election we gave him power to select the cabinet members. He selected you because he trusted you. He didn't know that you are going to stab him at the back when he's not there. And that's exactly what you have done. Why do you hate him so much? The man who made you somebody before the Biafrans. Why do you want to stab him? Somebody look in and shout like this, yeah, they're innocent. You are not. I want you to take this voice now and go to any court. You are not innocent. If you are innocent, come forward and prove yourself. You must desist from your actions. This shouting cannot help you. Including all the people who are shouting with you, you empower them with our money. You are telling me that you have been giving them money. Whose money have you been giving to them? Your money or our money? Why don't you come out and render account? This is our money. When you have our money as the finance minister, you must render account when you are invited to do so. You don't keep the money as your own. If you don't know what is called due process, you need to go and ask some other people. Please, don't call me. Next time, and yeah, this is nonsense. Look at how you are shouting. You cannot even make an organized statement. You know, take a shout in a court. You are talking to me about going to court. What are you going to do? Go to DBA? Go to Kuchi DBA also now. It's not so good, man. Look at this man. Don't.
Okay, you see why I like to send you voice notes? Because you are sounding like somebody that never have any knowledge of.
I think we have to break it up here. It is very important sometimes that we touch these things. For a very long time, I decided to stay away from this topic, but today I just dedicate it to this because when you look at what is happening in Biafra land today, it is very, very painful that those we have entrusted our security in their hands today are doing something different than what they're supposed to do. What I believe, by the special grace of God, by the time the government of Biafra finished the new structure something is going to happen. And very, very soon, something is going to happen. So I welcome everyone who have joined me. Sorry for keeping you waiting that long, my brother Maxwell and Greg. Let's now make our contributions based on this very issue that we're talking. And it is so sad, but no matter what happens, we must continue and Biafra must be restored. Greg, are you there? My brother Greg, are you there?
Yes, yes.
Yeah, go ahead and speak to us, Greg. Talk to us. Let's hear from you. I see you've been here listening and hearing what is going on and what have been said. You know, all their propaganda, they've been pushing that propaganda for a very long time, but time has come that we have to nail it and call it what it is. That is it. Go ahead, my brother Greg.
Thank you. Good morning, my brother Chu Survivor.
You're welcome.
And my brother Maxwell. Nwafọ. Nwa mụrụ alibu. Nwa mụrụ ebe eji ọgọdọ akpụnye efu nni. Daalụkwa.
Angama.
Ndewo so much. Yes. So before I start, actually say, Omi yejijikwogo. Omi yejijikwogo. Emana chukwu ka diba gwanda ya. Omi yejijikwogo.
You see?
So, I want to tell you about some times ago in this your program. Asked him that the men on the ground. Now this new government should be extremely watchful. Now DOS now part of a distance security network.
Yes.
The men on the ground is doing a different thing. Aside the Kubo and his governors is in the eastern in the Biafra land is having their own gang. So the government now have a very big job to do. If you remember, if I say so. Now, and the hand of God is coming up. German will say lance and that is gradually. The hand of God is coming up for the government to understand the kind of job that is at hand. That's why I'm seeing it on my own side. For the government to understand the kind of work and the strategy and the system and what they have to do. I'm here to tell you categorically that these men on the ground and the people that behind them have sold 100% out. There is no single doubt about it. Anyone that is still thinking that this man is still for Biafra is lying to himself. The day I removed my mind from this man that is called Butuzo or whatever, is the day he wrote in his tweet handle that he can make, if they provoke him, that he can destroy everything. That was the day I removed my mind from him, and that is the day I know the spirit that had been helping him or guiding him for Biafra have left him. The day he put that on this Twitter handle was the day I know that he is now less than soil. You know, when you go to the Bible, the sin of Saul, the sin of Saul For me, he did not even sin as a human being. The person that committed evil was David. But David had a repentant heart and a humble heart. So that's what I used to tell when I was making argument with one pastor in Lagos. I told him, I asked him, what is the sin of Saul, and what is the son of David? He said, the sin of Saul. And he called the sin of David. I told him, after what he do, he went to, he killed this, he killed that, he bring those one. I said, the sin of Saul was because Saul disobeyed God. That disobedience. That's the highest thing that Saul did. Saul did not carry somebody's wife. Saul did not go to the behind and kill any soldier before the spirit left him. It was because God said, this is what I want you to do. And he went and do a different thing. He disobeyed. But David did a lot of sin with women, with a lot of things, and still God did what? God did what? Forgive him. Because he repented and said, he got on his knees and cried and said, God, please have mercy on your son. On your king, have mercy. And God looked upon him with mercy. So when a man sold his conscience, he became arrogant. When a man sold his conscience, he became arrogant. The spirit that is in this man now is not the spirit that will bring peace in Igbo land, neither in Biafra land. The spirit that is in him now cannot bring peace, neither can he bring in Biafra land. He had been possessed with a complete different spirit. And when you hear him, his word, you know it's more than a tout speaking, not a disciplined military man. I don't know if the man has ever gone to any military training for any discipline. It's not in him now. So there is no doubt that the struggle has been solved. Because when you go back, there is no reasonable man that will say that the prime minister gave instruction. Even the last time I was saying, what would have been happening if the prime minister was in a position where he cannot even speak? Nobody will hear from him. That means by now, we must have been killing, even in both America and Europe, people must have been killing themselves. But we had opportunity that the PM had opportunity to speak within the 2 weeks before even the convention in Finland. And he said he gave direction that Dr. Ngozi should take his position and represent him. And these people refused to obey it. And this man on the ground knew about it. All the thing was on the air. After this, they still persist and following that man that is. Those good that say, no, we can never obey him. We cannot take instruction from her. Indirectly, they refused to obey the PM, the Prime Minister. So now, any person who is talking will be telling you the Prime Minister suffered what he built and what he did not build. He wanted to destroy it, knowing fully well that they are the people who is destroying it. Because if after that convention, the Biafra declaration finished, and Dr. Ngozi said, under this week, we have to go home and settle before we go to a fundraising. And this man kept quiet. And he gave opportunity. Let's assume that he had a very good argument. And he's not going on that fundraising to disobey. He got to the COM meeting and he came to the meeting and he stated his case and said, look at this. This is why this should not be like this. This is why this one should not be like this. This is why this one should not be like this. Even though that the cabinet had been dissolved. So if we put up a reasonable argument and the reasonable reasons, some reasonable people might go into it and discuss about it. And if there's anything that has to be fixed, it will be fixed before all this rubbish. And if he is a person who is very clean with his account, he will do that accountability. Biafrans were not saying, show us how much you have in the bank. But within the cabinet, who is working for the Biafra will know what they have at hand. And they will know if there's any debt they are owing. And since he had been saying he had been using his money, the Biafra will say, okay, this is the account. This is what you have spent so far with your money because we don't have money. So that if we are going into fundraising now, we will know how to address our people and know how to raise money to pay you and to carry on the project we have at hand. Since we have declared Biafra is not now a very extra job. He did not give those chance. He take the pride, he take the glory, he take everything, and he come to tell Biafrans that he's the one sponsoring Biafrans without telling us how he is sponsoring us. So he wants to cage us into the way he wants us to go, not the way Biafra is supposed to go, or the way the Prime Minister and the person he instructed to help him to run the affair until he comes out. So he wants to channel us the way he wants, without nobody should ask him question. He will do the things the way he wants it, which is not possible. He should know that we are Igbo people. They say Igbos are Republican, not by mouth, but they have to show it by action. You remember when Nnamdi was in IPOB, at a point, Nnamdi printed the statement of account and bring it to the public and say the people are crying that Nnamdi eat money. That people should see the amount that is in the account. Yes. He showed it on the air at a point. I witnessed this myself live. So, which is not what we are requesting or what was requested at that particular point in time. It is only for him to come to the cabinet and show the cabinet so that the cabinet will know how they will handle things and know this kind of level they will go. He refused and he jumped and go and confuse the men on the ground. For me, these men on the ground and this man have started this plan for long ago. It's not this time. But God will be exposing a lot of things until we get to the point to know what happened to Simon Ekpan and many things. I'm just telling you the fact. So even the men on the ground is not too far from their actions from what happened to Simon Ekpan. I'm just talking on my own, with what my brain is telling me. Because no reasonable man can act in this way, honestly. So it's not in this conclusion to for this little moment now. Let the Biafra government, headed now by Dr. NgoziOrabueze, and all his cabinet go and sit down and do a perfect work. The man cannot set out back. He cannot destroy Biafra. He can kill some, but he cannot kill everybody. And when somebody is carrying gun, you are carrying gun. Is who gets the person first that will go down. He should know that. And mostly is so he should sit down and think 2 times of all his actions. That is my little message for now. I will still come back. Let me get a person who have more experience about security than me to speak. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Bro Greg. Thank you so much for your contribution. And I will give the mic to my beloved brother, Max. Go ahead and speak to us.
Thank you so much, Mazi Chings. And Namoche Craig. I salute you, sir. May God continue to bless each and every one of you for what you are doing. Yes, sir. Don't mind my voice. I've been suffering from flu for some time now. So for the past 2 or 3 days, I am only a bit active on Twitter. But if I speak before now, you will not even hear my voice because my vocal section was so blocked that you cannot even hear me speak.
Wow, so sorry.
Yes, sir. I salute all Biafrans in the comment section. I love each and every one of you. Those that are older than me and those that are my older. I salute each and every one of you. Like and share this platform so that other people have the opportunity to come in to see what we are doing. May God bless Mazen Abdakan wherever he is. Excuse me. And Simon Ekpa, the Prime Minister, who has been kept in solitary confinement, what I call house arrest, whichever place they are keeping him away from us. And it is for a reason. It is for a reason. These things happen for a reason. So that you would know the kind of people, the caliber of people that you are working with. That is the whole thing. If you remember when this thing started, I came out here and many other places and say that the defense of every country is always neutral. You don't take sides.
Absolutely.
Excuse me. That is what makes you a professional. Everybody in Biafra is your people. You don't take sides. You have to, before you issue any, that is the reason why coups occur. The soldiers will be there waiting and waiting. When it is obvious that there is no agreement between the civilians, the government, then you see interventions coming in. Me, I am not in support of any military coup anywhere in the world. But there are military coups that have made meaning to the people of that particular country, like Burkina Faso. Burkina Faso, all their debt that they be owing from their civilian, when they say, is it not so many of them will say, oh, the best military regime is the worst civilian regime.
It's worse than the best, the worst civilian regime.
Can they say that? Can they say that of Singapore or Malaysia?
Don't mind them, it's a lie.
Can they say that?
All those statements doesn't make sense.
Right now, as we speak, can they say that of Burkina Faso? Burkina Faso recently just they wrote off. They have written off their national debt of $4.8 billion without the help of any foreign power. Mali has done the same thing without any assistance from these Western nations.
Simple.
They paid.
That's independence.
They did everything.
Not by borrowing. Servicing debt. Every day, servicing debt that cannot pay.
When you are highly indebted to these foreign bodies, tell me which country in the world has IMF and World Bank helped to relieve of their poverty? Rather, they drown them into poverty. So that was the reason why I told my people to stay away from anything politics and concentrate on what you are getting from the government. And your primary responsibility is to protect the internal and the external integrity, territorial integrity of that Biafra land. Yes, we are under occupation by the foreign body called the terrorist government of Nigeria. You don't come out to make statements, because once you make statements, you are shifting yourself, you are pitching. Because how do they pay you? Is it DPMDrNgoziOrabueze alone that is paying you? It is this contribution. In a sovereign country, it is the taxes of the people that are being used to pay you.
Exactly.
You are under obligation to respect even a child that is in the stomach of the mother, because part of the money that they're supposed to use to feed that child very well in the stomach has been used as tax to pay you. So you don't need to take sides. It's quite unfortunate that it happened. And I expected them to come back and say, oh, what we did was wrong. We are neutral. Instead, you do some certain things that is making our people now in the United States of Biafra that are controlling the sovereignty of that country to come and issue voice notes for you because of what you have done. You don't need to do all these things to your people. As simple as that. It is, you have a role. Your role is simple under the constitution of that country. Excuse me. What is happening is very, very unfortunate. And for those of them that have deceived this, that have brought us into this, I saw what happened in a boy state. Is it in the Kalago? Is it Amago or Amawu or something like that? Excuse me. You are fighting for position. You are fighting for your name to be heard. And you have forgotten that the fight for freedom is a team job. It's something that you have to do. All hands must be on deck to make sure that we get what we want.
Yes.
You have taken a different path. You have shared the resources that Biafrans will channel at one port. You have divided it. How are you going to fund sufficiently the people on the ground? How do you think that they will be so strong to prevent what happened in Ebonyi State, in the Kalago? And those people that were wearing chosen, I think they say the chosen God is very, very powerful to do all kinds of miracles for them. Why didn't that God of chosen come and took my people out from this kind of barbaric killing that I witnessed? I posted it on my timeline on Space, and I warned viewers' discretion. Excuse me. Why? Why are we fighting for money and to our name to be heard while our people are being dealt with on daily basis? Instead of these people to come back home and find any solution, how we are going to team up the way we were doing it before. We were not experiencing this kind of, attacks at this scale. This one that happened in the church. Excuse me. Why is it happening to us? Because of my selfish interest that my people will die, God will judge each and every one of them that has made these people to go the way they have gone. The money that they are contributing to these people into their platform, what are they using it for? Didn't they know that it will not be enough before they chat into this path that they have taken right now? Well, all I have to tell my people, the Biafran people, is in the United States of Biafra, where I am a member and where I support, is that, yes, when you are fighting a war, people will always die. And people will continue to die until that thing that we are chasing is achieved. They cannot kill us more than they have killed us before, my people. Be courageous. Do whatever. And those of our people in our homeland, you were in a church. You know the situation. You are in a volatile situation. What we call in the military, volatile situation. You are in a church. You could not divide means to protect the people. Knowing fully well that these people will always come where people are gathering. The chosen could not at least protect these people, because you cannot leave the security of the Biafran land on the Biafran defense alone, because they are not spirit. They can never be everywhere at the same time. You need to help. You need to help our people in order to protect our land very, very well. This is the only thing I have to say. And if we cannot do that, Mazi Chooks, it's unfortunate, quite a lot of soul will go. Excuse me. A lot will go. And that will not deter us from doing what we are supposed to do. We must continue to do this, no matter the hiccup somewhere, no matter the division, we must continue to do what we're supposed to do so that our land will be free. If not, we are going to remain with it. And the worst will happen to us. Thank you so much, and may God bless each and every one of us.
Thank you so much, my beloved Maxwell. We wish you a speedy recovery. Thank you so much for that input. Thank you so much. You're welcome, Apostle Steve. Thank you so much. Go ahead and talk to us, Apostle Stephen. You're welcome.
I agree to you all, but the news on Sunday is not a good news at all. It was a bad news. But that is issue of struggle. We are not the first. The children of Israel has already experienced it. Even God have already spoken about it.
Yes.
So that God called himself the man of war shows that he knows that a moment of war will come. A moment of war will come. That the people that has been bought over by the devil will rise up. Yeah, like what our brother was saying now. I don't know whether those people that are causing division, I don't know whether they will go and do Thanksgiving and celebrate, because it's the nonsense that causes all those nonsense. This thing that happened is those division, because just when one is with God is majority. That's what has been happening before. When one is with God is majority. When PM was there, only his presence, only his voice gives the momentum everybody need. Even the enemy cannot penetrate, because there is something that goes with a man. But only one thing I normally say, I continue saying it, is that God should give this dogged woman and all her cabinet, those that are working with her, everyone, because I know, give them wisdom and the strength everybody need. I know it's three sides that they can use to defeat Biafra struggle. One is through media. Two is this issue of military security apparatus. Three is when he said that the finance is touched. So, and this is where they entered, whereby Ogenkele and his own people just came and bring that division. And by that, division in media. Thank God for people like you who knows the right thing to do and stand on it. Thank God for all of you. And I know that it's all about small time, because they will not have final say. I was kind of hearing a news yesterday. I don't know how true it be, but the way they're showing it, that from Biafra land there can be what happened in 1970s, 1967, and the time of Biafra war is happening already by creating a weapon by ourselves. That is a plus. If these men on the ground can be able to have engineers and science that can produce it, so I think that is powerful. And I still encourage all the Biafrans that this time, as our Deputy Prime Minister said, and what is happening now, to every state, make sure that you mount your own security. I think that will be the close border to those evil that enter in our land. Because when the states become buoyant enough to mount their security, then there is national security. But each state, at least you are doing your own part at least. I think this is one making the state to be buoyant. Everybody making sure that your own state is hearing your name. By that, I think we are good to go. From this second time that the donation fundraising of states to make states strong, I think that's one of the best move I have ever seen. Because with this, the enemy will find they will look for a way, but they will not see it. So, and I thank God what is happening. No matter when was is getting tough, that is when their night get darker, that is new dawn. We believe God what He's doing. Nothing happens to Him emergency. It may happen to us emergency, but to Him it's not emergency. One thing we know, that surely those that fought for the freedom must get their freedom. There's no two ways about it. Anyone who chooses to fight for freedom must have his own freedom. God cannot allow you to remain in cage. Let them Islamize Nigeria. We are no more a Nigerian. So what they are trying to do is to make us demoralize us, to make us down. But all Biafra, the whole world, this is a battle for us. That even if we are not in the land, everyone should know this. That is our battle. In fact, the diaspora, those outside, is one, as our PM normally say, that Biafra is coming from diaspora, means the strength of freedom of Biafra is from diaspora. And I believe I thank God for what He's using the diasporas, those outside country doing. And by that, we are going to conquer our enemy. I think I am going to, and I will say condolence to everyone, every family that have lost souls. That, like what our brother said, that those people gathers wherever, it comes wherever there's a gathering, and they have impetus to enter where there is worship and be able to cause this kind of mayhem. And this is what they were causing in Benue. And Benue and the Ebonyi State is a stone throw. It's the same thing. So they are using that way to penetrate. But God, Chineke Gakpohok, the thunder will go fire them. Is doing press up. I am God will punish them. If God have already allowed wickedness to reign, it will allow them to go free. Bible says from day one, in Genesis chapter number 6, verse 5, He said, "You have seen that intent heart of man is wicked throughout, wickedness throughout. But God knows what to do. He will give them their blood to drink as a sweet wine. He will give them their flesh to eat as a bread. The Lord shall contend with them that contend with us." And He said He will save our children. It is well with the Biafrans. It is well with everyone that, even if we are any one family that they have the thing touched, it is well with everyone. God have not abandoned us. The one that sent us on earth knows what is happening. I think I will drop mic now.
Thank you so much, Apostle Stephen. Thank you so much. I appreciate you for that amazing contribution. My fellow Biafrans, we must not shiver. In the midst of the trial,
yes,
the enemies of Biafra have risen up. They are fighting their last battle. What you are seeing today is they are fighting their last battle, trying everything they can to do what they feel they can do. But I bet you they cannot stop us. They will never stop us. No Biafra must shake The only thing you have to do as a Biafran, continue to support the United States of Biafra under Dr. NgoziOrabueze. The government of Biafra is doing everything that they have to do to see that we re-establish a very strong hold on the ground to protect our land. We know that the enemy have come. They have recruited blackmailers, propaganda. We have seen even the IPOB Nigeria. They have pledged allegiance to the government. The IPOB Nigeria, as always, have pledged allegiance that they're going to work with the government. But we in the United States of Biafra, we always stand tall. There is nothing they can do to stop us. No matter how they try, we are going to overcome. You're welcome, my beloved sister Iwunne. Are you there?
Yeah,
Let's hear from
I'm here.
Sister Iwunne. Go ahead and speak to us.
Good morning, Brochus, and good morning,
my
everyone
beloved sister.
listening.
You're welcome.
Good morning, all Biafrans, and God bless us all.
You see?
Yes, brother. This morning, I'm forced to. I don't normally talk, but I have this inspiration to talk. So, our people, what we will know is this. Think you are hearing me?
Yeah, I can hear you loud and clear.
Okay. What will bear in mind is this: what we are suffering and what we are passing through. Not only us, but our own is. I'll say our own is different and more serious and more dangerous, because, like our people normally say, that we are the ancient people. I think that's why our own is more complicated. So what will bear in mind is what we are passing through is not ordinary. We have to go inside ourselves and ask God what we are passing through. What we are battling is not ordinary flesh and blood. What we are battling is principalities and powers. The prince of darkness of this world is against us, mainly the black race. Seriously, it's not. We have to bear it in mind. That all right from time, I do tell people around me that what is happening in black race, mainly in, let's say, in Africa, the black race, is not ordinary. There is something these people did to us. It's not only brainwashing. We say they're brainwashers. They did this, they did that. It's more than that. Seriously, it's more than that. How is it that when something you walk and battle and walk, at the end of it, when you are expecting a result, the thing will just, everything will just scatter. Will then start afresh. It's unbelievable. You know, we have to go into ourselves, mainly the spiritual people, those that believe in whatever they believe. And I know that our people believe in God. We have to go inside ourselves and ask God to help us, to deliver us from the hand of these people. It's not only brainwashing. They just want us to remain in bondage. They want us to remain where they keep us. They don't want us to arise at all. And there is one revelation I listened to. When we listen to this revelation, you know, really, that we are passing through. The black race is passing through. We are passing through. I don't know what we are passing through. These people. It's unbelievable. We have to wake up. We will do the one we can do, fight physically, but we will need to go inside and ask God to deliver us. If our people, those in church, will make it like compulsory declare at least a day, one day in a week, declare prayer. They will have collective prayer. Those that can fast, they can fast. You know, at least we'll have 3 religion. They can go on their own way of worship and pray. If they can do it, declare a day for us to pray and ask God for deliverance. We need deliverance from these people. Seriously, we have to do something about it. It's getting out of hand, to be honest. My brother, that's the inspiration. I say that I will talk and say, if you can maybe present something like this.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, my beloved sister. I appreciate you. That very request have been made by several people on this platform. The requests have come not the first time, not the second, and this is not the third time. And I believe the government is listening. And I hope that something is going to be done in that direction of prayers, because prayer is the key, and that is one of our strongholds. As we know from the foundation of Biafra was led in prayer. We have continued to pray even when you watch the Civil War, the 1967 war. You see our people where children gathered, they were singing and praying and clapping. Even our soldiers, we are always singing and praying. Mazin Nandegan always said it also, that prayer is the key, and that is why he doesn't start any program without prayer. Before he starts any broadcast, he will pray. And he also advised us that before we march, we must put Chukwu Okike Abiama first. That if we don't, there is no need making that move. That as long as we put Chukwu Okike Abiama first, we will succeed. I believe that the members of the cabinet are watching and they are observing. The requests have come several times, and I hope it will be looked into and decisions will be taken, because a lot of things are going on. When we see what is happening in Biafra land today, the betrayal, the shedding of blood, and the way the enemies are trying to distract us and delay our movement, it is very sad. But I bet you they can't stop us. They can never stop us. It doesn't matter how they try. We are only trying to make sure that the delay does not continue. They can't stop us, and they will never defeat us. They can never defeat us. So my fellow Biafrans, everyone that have joined on this platform today, put your trust and faith in Chukwu Okike Abiama. No single man will come and claim that he will give us Biafra. It doesn't happen anywhere. No man, call yourself general or whatever you call yourself, and you feel that you are invisible. You are not invisible. Whatever you are today, the grace you have today is given to you by Chukwu Okike Abiama. And he can decide to take away the grace anytime, any minute, any day. Only him gave that grace, and he can take that grace away from us or from you. So I urge everyone that is watching this program, please share this program to all platforms. It is a different program that we did today. I have never spoken about these people for a very long time on the men on the ground issue, but I took a full program for them today to talk about it because it has become necessary so that our people will not be deceived. So everyone that is watching, wherever you are watching from, I thank you for being part of the program. And as we're going to round up on the program, we'll be here for more than 3 hours now. I would like my beloved brother Greg to give us closing remark. He's 2 minutes or 3 to give us a closing remark. My brother Greg, if you're still there. Greg, are you there?
Yes, just my greetings to our sister in the house, and greetings to the Biafra that are listening all over the world. What can I say? We move. We have started it, and we're not going back. Because the master said, no man who started and looked back, that is worthy. So anytime you started and you will look back, you're not worthy. It's a real soldier doesn't look back. The real soldier moves ahead. So what I'm telling to Biafrans is to be strong and be courageous, because for my own assessment and everything, I know these people are no more strong in their spirit. So it is the government that will awaken the people that is coming in this new stand again, to stand on their feet and to do the needful. These men on the ground, or these present men on the ground, they have done wonderful. If I cannot dispute them, I cannot discredit them. They did a good job. But ana sị na nwata na egu jisiri aka mgbe ọ bụ ụmụaka, oruzie mgbe o toro eto ya ahapụ aka ya, ọ daa n'ala ụmụ gị na ụmụ ọkụkọ na-abụrụzi edu na-arị. They did not stand on their feet. They have started looking back. So they are now shaking. They are no more what they used to be. Because this call, I remember when this guy, sometimes I'm not used to watch his program more than 20 minutes. Every time if I watch him, Remigius cried about April last year, 2024. I could remember when he was quarreling people who are calling men on the ground. He quarreled for those who say, why are people disturbing men on the ground? He was quarreling on one of those his program. He warned. At a point, they started warning him, and they came up and said, they said this, but those things that guy was crying is what is happening now. Then when somebody do something, you go back and remember that thing he cried for. And that is the problem that we are facing now. So it happened that our prime minister did not, he is a human being, he cannot be everywhere. It's only if you have good people around you. And those men who are around our prime minister are the problem. So it's always the people who are around somebody that are the problem. It has always been the people that are around people. So the same thing will happen to, we are telling our sister, in this present time, to be watchful to any person that is very close to him. It doesn't matter who that person is. He should be excellently be watchful. Very, 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 very watchful for people who are close to him. Because if they tell me that people who are calling themselves Amo Biara, people who are shouting and doing these things are the people who are today betraying discourse, I cannot believe it. So the Biafrans and the government should excellently be careful and watch what is happening and know that it's danger. And so this time is not time to sleep. We have too much enemies. And what they want to do now is either for me, what I'm suspecting is two things. One is it is possible that there is some politicians who know that that Simon Ekpa was not joking that Biafra will come. And they're now using Ogenkere to hijack the Biafra that will come, so that even if that Biafra come, they will put that Biafra in the way they want it. Ogenkere is doing all these things for his own personal interest, that if not me, let it scatter. These are the two things I'm suspecting. So either as politicians who know that Biafra will come, and they want to use Ogenkere to hijack this Biafra to put it in the way they want it. So that if Biafra come, nobody will, for Biafra to put them the way they want to be. No, they will put the Biafra the way the politicians want it to be. Or Ogenkere is acting out of selfish interest, for his own personal selfish interest. That is what I think, what my mind is telling me. So I urge Biafrans and my brother Choose, please, thank you so much for your program. And we move. Anytime I have time, I will always come to support the morally and I pray for you as well, that God will give you the strength and the same thing to all the Biafran government. And those who are speaking out, let them be courageous to come and speak. Thank you and God bless you.
Thank you so much, my beloved brother Greg. I appreciate you. Thank you for your support. You've been very helpful and supportive on this platform. It's not easy. Without people like you, it will be difficult to be carrying on for hours and all that. So when you come in, I really, really appreciate it. Thank you so much, my beloved brother Greg. And let's go to Freeman Iko Tuonye. You're here. You're welcome, Freeman. Thank you for joining. You're always there bumping on the comment section. Thank you so much, my beloved brother Freeman. Let's hear from you, my brother Freeman.
Good morning, good afternoon, good night.
You're welcome,
depending on your wisdom. Yeah, brother Chooks. I greet you so much. I greet good Biafrans. I greet the great Biafrans. Brother Chooks, you know, this thing that has been happening within this day, it's so painful. And if you watch through all Biafran faces, everybody is bleeding. When eye is crying, nose is crying, everywhere is crying too. But like what happened last Sunday, it was very unacceptable. I will say this, I saw it in this way. This is a two different, this war now is two faces of war. And I thank people like you who has been here for this our struggle. But this fight is coming in another shape. I will ask, where are the Christian communities? Where are the leaders? People like Emokpai, people who is the owner of this Redeemed Church or what? We haven't seen this man spoke when this thing, since on Sunday this thing happened. Where is Father Mbaka? We haven't seen him spoke over this thing. Where is Bube Monso? We haven't seen him. Where is Ebuka Obi? We haven't seen him. Where is Odumeje? We haven't seen him. Where is other church leaders? Where is Khan? Where are they? Do they think that it's only come to church, pray, hallelujah, God, have mercy, miracle, miracle, miracle? If there is no people in the church, whom will you talk about miracle? Or need a congregation na church, kendi unu gagwa maka miracle, kendi unu gagwa maka tithe and offering, kendi unu gagwa na Chineke kwele ihe ọjọọ. Had it been, it's not people like you that has this your platform, people will not be seeing what is going on. Since this thing happened, nobody, no church. Where is Bishop Ogana Pant? Where is Bishop Ona? Where are they? Are they not seeing the Kendi nyene hanaka ichukwata? Is it not one God that we are serving? Chineke Mbaka na-akpọ, Chineke Ebube Monso na-akpọ, Chineke Odumeje na-akpọ, Chineke Ebuka Obi na-akpọ, other churches, all one God ka anyị na-serve. Ndị a niile bịara n'ụlọ ụka egbusiri ọ maka na ha yi efe ndị Lord choosing ka ogene. That's why nobody has talked about it. Ebuka Obi apụtabegi kwuo ya. Father Mbaka apụtabegi ayahụbegi ya. Even what is going on? Or until abịa na church ha ga-abịakwa na church ha o nwekwara ike ịnọkwa one night ọ ga-anọkwa abịakwa na church ha gbogbude ha. And this is what will happen. Why can't we be our brother's keepers? The same God, the same God in the Catholic na choro, the same God in the CMS na choro, the same God Bube Monso na choro, the same God. What is why did they keep quiet? Especially in Kemere no loka. Where is governors, senators? All this, where are they? Minus in this your platform and other platforms that are really fighting for Biafrans, you will never see this thing. Even on social media, it's individuals are posting it, just posting it. Onye capture ya posto. While the people, Madodika, Bishop, all these bishops, about how many bishops, I know about how many fathers, I know about how many pastors, I know about church owners. Nobody has ever said this. What is going on? Kezi no, are they or they are just there for business? Because it happens to law choosing members. That's why Mbaka keep quiet. That's why Ibubemoso keep quiet. That's why Yebuka keep quiet. That's why Udumeje keep quiet. And so others. That's why all Catholic fathers and sisters, they kept quiet. What is going on? Why are they like that? This is not what we expected. If this, but we know that it will never happen in this world for them to conquer Biafra land. But if they eventually does that, there will nothing like church again. All those their skyscraper heaven building on earth, they will turn it to they will turn it to let them come over here and see there is a lot of churches. Now those churches just like no Zoom. People only went there to watch. You just see this church was built in 1817. This one was built in, nobody worshiped there again. When you are outside looking at those churches, it's like horror, where they act horror film. Tourists just came to watch it and go. What is going on about Catholic, about Christianity? Are we going down? Sometimes we feel like asking Chineke inozikwaya ma ihe anile na-eme. Oh no, especially what happened in Catholic in church, or the too rugged. Even okay. Ask good when I say don't say it out on cat day, wouldn't they? Or we have their own platform. Are they afraid to say this? This is not chicken that died now. This is not goat. It's not cow. This is human being. Mado. God creature, the precious creature on earth. This is not what we expected from all these our so-called Catholic leaders or Christian leaders. It's shame. Very shameful thing. It's very shameful thing. Even Madipata, this will make people will be afraid going to church. Even the small local churches that is in villages, it will go down now. Do you want to tell me that village now that this thing happened, people will get morale to be going to church again? No, now. They have closed going church to that village, if they don't know. And nobody has, none of them, even the so-called bishop of Enugu, the chief bishop, nobody, he has never come out and condemned this, even to ask Nigerian government or even to ask the governor what is going on in this state. No press release. Why are they fucking afraid? Afraid of what? Afraid of what? Okay, Jesus Christ of Nazareth. Or even people that are talking these things are people that doesn't go to church. We that doesn't go to church, but we are crying because of what happened. The people who owns the church in the shuka, all of them keep mood. Then they keep expecting next Sunday that people will come and do what? People will come and do what? Especially in that pueblo, in that village. Do you want to tell me that next Sunday people will go there and serve? It won't happen now. They should come up and speak. They should come up and ask the government, especially if they can't ask the Nigerian government, let them ask the state governors what is going on. Or until abaya onye niile ka ha ga-ama na ihe na-eme. Then ha choose go ka ha gbadawa Abuja or wherever. No, now. Then coming to our own men struggle. That guy, so-called General Butuzo or whatever, he should know that there is never one general and there is never one general, even though think that he is the only general we have. He should not think that he is the only one that will lead us. He should not think that busy because we are calling him general doesn't has a military this guy doesn't has a military command. He don't have a military voice. I don't think he is not only the volunteer. We all are general in this our struggle.
Exactly.
We all are general in this our struggle. So he should not Ogamana even Ahapunania. He will not do it alone, and without the functioning of other colleagues. He can't do it alone. Look at what he was saying. Na matakwa mata na onye jegbe kakwa na owu owijidegbe owukigegbu o nwere ndị na-eji egbe egbuo ha instantly. Before you turn back, snapper will bring you down.
Yes, now.
Ona si na ngwa na sisi na recruit. Look at so when I recruit unenye information na egbu mana na ị ga-amụ ama na ndị a na-abịa onwekwa onye ha hapụrụ. Echetere m far back 1991 raya bonki na Kano mgbe o setere even ma ndị Yoruba na-eme na ha na-akpụ isi ala ndị abụzo na-echi ha gwogwo. Ha tọdị mma ha gwara anyị niile ofu. So ụkwa na ha bịawa ya na onwe ya ga-anọ n'ọsọ asọkwa ya chekwere asọ ya defend your as you are defending Biafra land. You are defending yourself, or you are not defending me. You are defending yourself. Me too, I'm defending myself through the way I am doing it too. On your own, I defend the Kongoya. Don't think that you are defending the whole Biafra. It's a fucking lie, yo. Because if you fall, or when I watch a film, or when I watch a war film, so to defend yourself. So you should not come and give us that fucking order. You and your Mr. Nkere, you will not. Even though when sometimes I feel like ndị mmadụ no makwa ihe self. Nkere no nwe makwa no nwere ike labaka ohie ụra ogazi etetenwu. All those bragging ihe a niile iji ndụ gị aka. Echetere m one king na Bible si tomorrow I will do this, I will do that. Don't make this day ya. Eru na abalị Chineke si ya onyara this night I will take you. Why you gonna do all this command? Okay, look at no chance up to 5, 10, 15, 20 minutes. The man chose bidonki ya agbawa ọsọ. Why? Or what aki yesha try? Or what aki yesha prime minister is no deputy prime minister. My annoyance again, those people who are around. Okay, my ndị Igbo si onye na-eri with ndị mmụọ with ekwensu ga-ejide ngaji ogologo. It's not good to eat with a devil, and if you're eating with a devil, make sure say you watch like you guys. You guys watch well. Side by side. This is why now with Sister Betty and especially because other women they so happen na here na fundraising her. If you watch the conversation this guy made to Biafra Unite, there is something behind. And all who go to Biafra Unite, Biafra Unite to Juputane, we need something. Because someone that guy with a voice and that okay, now see what you're hey, you can't go anywhere, which means he has court. Here not the candy court, no. You will not go anywhere. Where are you going to? Or after we must die together. And he has been calling this guy energy pick call ya. What the surprise now the guy he sent that message. Maybe omotali na tell this guy all this while. Apia na yam di mu apegidego yotali ojuwe puta. I will sell my platform. Platform on our home ya. Man azola that platform. That's why you can't sell that platform. Na platform who kwankia. Onye mwego lokuri ya. Money 20 million, money $10,000 or whatever. Man, no matter whatever, ikuku. Biafra Unite, you have to come out. We are with you. I couldn't see nothing that guy will do. Remember that I know you more than you know yourself.
My brother, in that case, anybody that is genuinely a Biafran, nobody will threaten you. If
exactly.
You are fighting for Biafra and you know what you're fighting for, you are not fighting for me. I'm not fighting for you. Everybody is fighting for himself. If you decide to hands off from your freedom, it is your business.
It's your business.
I come and beg anybody. That is how you know the people who are serious, who know what they're doing. For somebody to you just come and say, I'm no longer fighting for my freedom anymore. And you want me to come and beg you for what? It means you are
beg
never
you
serious.
For what?
You never been
beg you for what?
It is
beg
all
you
about,
for what?
Every one of them is about personality, about being on the front, about advertising yourself. If you are talking about our collective interest, there is nothing like resign. You don't resign from freedom. You
don't resign from freedom. Yes.
What is different between him and Ikongirago? What is different between him and Ikongirago? So these kind of people are people who have never been serious. And it is good. As time goes on, you begin to know who is who.
Exactly, sir. Exactly.
Consistency
exactly.
Is the key. If you cannot persevere to the last, you will, no matter how you pretend, we will know you.
We will know you. Exactly. Exactly, sir. So look at Biafrans, we will not allow this shit to be continuous, especially Butuzo or whatever. We are contributing the money and you are giving the money. Then can't you look at this guy? Yeah. And again, the so-called Catholic leaders should wake up, because if eventually what is trying to happen happens, everybody will join. Thank you very much, Brother Chooks. I know I joined late and you're about to close. I said, let me drop this one, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much. You did well. I appreciate you in that very comment, your line of thought. I appreciate you. Thank you so much for your amazing and wonderful contribution. And I'm going to be rounding up on the program. Everyone that have joined me, my beloved sister Iwunne, do you have anything to say? Give us your closing remark as we round up. Give us your closing remark, Iwunne, if you're still there. Give us
thank you, brother. My closing remark is to tell our people to be courageous, not to lose hope.
Yes.
As in born around Navy.
Yes.
And most of the times, what I will understand is this: a criminal is always a criminal. Whoever that's supporting organ care and group, look at them, check them front and back. They are not genuine. That is truth. They are not genuine. So our people should check their mind, check their heart, and do what is right at any given time.
Yes.
We will get Biafra.
We will.
It has been ordained that Biafra must come. And that is truth. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, my beloved sister. I appreciate you for giving us that motherly voice on the program today. It is always important. We need the mother's voice also. Most of the time when the pressure is so high, when it's so difficult to comprehend certain issues, we need that motherly voice to calm down and also make things much more understanding to our people. So my fellow Biafrans, anywhere you are watching, there is one thing I want everybody to do. As I have always said, focus your eyes on the rising sun. Let your mind be on building institutions, not building strong men and strong women. focus on building the institution Biafra. Once we build the institution of Biafra, the United States of Biafra, anybody that comes into any position, whether rich or poor, male or female, tall or short, it doesn't matter. You will protect that institution with the last breath you have. And that is where I stand. Let us protect the United States of Biafra today under Dr. Ngozi Give all the support you have for us to achieve our aim. We can make it. Yes, we can. No matter the distraction you are seeing. And don't beg anybody. This idea of forcing people or begging people to come back, somebody will tell you that I'm no longer talking about Biafra, and you're begging that person. Begging the person for what? You should thank Chukwu Okike Abiama that somebody has decided to step away because he can no longer do it anymore. Or maybe in one way or the other, people have been revealed to know their capacity and what they can be able to stand. It is even better for the person to step away than for you to stay there and pretend to be there when you have nothing to offer. It is much more dangerous when people force themselves into the program. You force yourself into the program. Either you want to be informed, you want your name to be called, you want to have a position, and when you don't have that position, you begin to create problem. Instead of creating problem, walk away. That's the best thing. We are all Biafrans. When Biafra is restored, every one of us will come to Biafra and we give account of our stewardship. If you have been working at a point in time, you see that you have nothing to offer anymore. Your strength cannot carry you. Walk away. There's nothing wrong with that. Walk away. There is no law that says every single one of us must be part of this struggle until we end it. No. People are going to be falling aside. Some will be betraying. Some will get tired and on the way. Don't beg anybody. So that somebody will not come and say, oh, because they begged me. It is because they begged me to come. That is why I came. No, 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 no. Don't create that opportunity for anybody. Those who are genuinely pursuing the freedom, knowing fully well that this is something that concerns them, they are doing it for themselves. You are not doing it for anybody. Not for Mazen Nandeka, not for Mazen Semaka, not for Ngozi, not for me, not for yourself, anybody. You are doing it for yourself. It is for our collective interest of freedom. So why must you beg somebody? Why must somebody wait for you to come and consult him? No, no, no. You don't have to. Anybody that falls out, we continue the journey. Anybody that gets tired on the way, we continue the journey and continue to push it until we get our destination, and we must get there. I appreciate every Biafran that has been part of this program. I appreciate our Deputy Prime Minister, Dr. Ngozi Orabueze. I appreciate our Prime Minister, Mazi Simon. I appreciate our Supreme Mazi Nandekano. I pray that Chukwu Okike Abiama will guide and protect all of us as Biafrans. I pray that Chukwu Okike Abiama will guide and protect our leaders, continue to guide us until we get to our destination. Thank you so much for being part of this program. I appreciate every one of you, and we'll see you again tomorrow by the grace of Chukwu Okike. Thank you, and stay safe.
Asịkwara Chineke na enweghị ihe ọ ga-eme maka ọ ga-eme gị nwụọ n'ike. Hope asịkwana na ọ dịghị ihe Chineke ga-eme. Ọ ga-emekwa ya ịfụnanya. Isi eluigwe na enwere ihe ọ ga-eme maka Biafra, ọ ga-eme ya ịfụ ya n'anya. Ịghọtago? Ezu aka ọ dị. Ịghọtago? Ọnwụọ pie. Ogbugbo ọtụtụ anwụgo.